Marino should throw his 343rd career touchdown pass to break yet another NFL record. That story pales in comparison to the wild card playoff battle shaping up between these two AFC East Division teams, Miami and Indianapolis, entering with identical 6-5 records. Hello again, everybody. I'm Jim Lampley, today with Bob Trumpy. And Bob, the Miami Dolphins come here in a more or less win-or-else situation, 6-5, but only 2 wins in their last 7 games. Not what Wayne Huizenga had in mind when he spent $18 million in the offseason to help build this roster.
Yeah, Lamps, I think the Miami Dolphins not only face an opponent in the Colts, but also themselves. When we talked to the players last night at the hotel, Keith Byers said, lowest point in his career as a Miami Dolphin over the last 3 years. Brian Cox said, we play with absolutely no heart. These people are down, they are desperate, and they are discouraged, and man, do they need a win.
And what a difference an attitude can make. The Indianapolis Colts at 6-5 see their record as an opportunity, not a death sentence.
Yeah, and I think when you look at the Indianapolis Colts, you have to start with Jim Harbaugh. That's amazing, but you have to start with Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh has been absolutely brilliant at quarterback. He's run and thrown, and you look at his ranking in the NFL passing ranking system, he leads. Tom Olivadotti, the defensive coordinator of the Miami Dolphins, told me before the game, this is the most difficult offense they face because when you've got a good back in Marshall Faulk, decent receivers, including the tight end Dilger, and a quarterback who will scramble to throw or run, this is not an offense I like to face.
Olivadotti under fire this week, as has been the head coach of the Dolphins, Don Shula, looking to lengthen his existing record for most wins ever by an NFL head coach against Ted Marchibroda, who in 17 previous meetings with Shula has won 8 times and will be looking to even that ledger today. The Colts looking to beat the Dolphins for a 3rd straight time for the first time in 7 years. And Indianapolis won the toss, elected to receive. Aaron Bailey, number 80. Speediest of the Colts, takes it inside his 5 and gets out to about the 23-yard line. 18-yard return. Sean Hill on the stop for the Dolphins, number 31. And the Colts will start the offense from here with Jim Harbaugh, as Bob told you, number 1 passer in the NFL, leading the offense. Offensive front, Wolford, Dixon, Loudermilk, Stasiak, and Matthews, pretty stable. Backs and receivers, of course, Marshall Faulk is the centerpiece of the offense. The tight end, Ken Dilger, has been the best rookie tight end in the league. On 3rd down and long, Potts leaves the field, and Aaron Bailey will come on as the 3rd wide receiver.
And Jim, they start with 3 wide receivers. A formation very successful last time the 2 teams met.
And with Turner in motion on 1st down, Harbaugh under pressure releases in the flat to Roosevelt Potts. And Potts has 1st down yardage and more. A gain of 18 out to the 41-yard line. Dolphins had trouble covering the flat Monday night against the 49ers.
And Jim, it exposes itself here again. Now the 3rd wide receiver in this set was Marshall Faulk. You see Harbaugh looking downfield, finds the outlet. That is the influence of Lindy and Fonte. Spread the ball around. Jim, I'm telling you, initial series here for the Miami Dolphins, offense and defense, key to this football game. If they can't stop Indianapolis here, I think they fold in a hurry.
It was Brian Cox who got the hit on Harbaugh too late. On 1st down from the 41, Marshall Faulk is met and dropped at the line of scrimmage. Dolphins are number 5 in the league against the run, and we're tough again there. Tim Bowens reacting over from defensive tackle.
That's good news. The Dolphins last week, as you look at the defensive front. Go ahead, Jim.
And you see the front 4, Bowens, Klingbeil, Coleman, and Cross. They haven't been getting enough pressure on the passer, but have been playing well against the run. Linebackers and secondary. Louis Oliver moved into the starting lineup at free safety Monday night against the 49ers. First lineup change on defense this year for the Dolphins. And when they go to the nickel, Frankie Smith, number 29, is the 5th defensive back. 2nd down, 11 yards to go after Faulk was blunted on 1st down. Draw play to Potts, and another good stop against the run game, this time by number 91, Jeff Cross.
Now, the point I was going to make against San Francisco, in the game summary, Tim Bowens did not have a tackle. He did not have an assist. So in the first 2 snaps here, we see Jeff Cross making a tackle, Tim Bowens making a tackle. If your defense is struggling, it's got to start up front. Yeah, the defense has been much maligned for its alignment, its philosophy. This is a game of execution. The defensive coordinator of the Dolphins, they want him out. They want him out now, but his players have to play.
4 wide receivers, and Harbaugh deep in the shotgun on 3rd down 9 for Indianapolis from the 42. Solid throw, and breaking a tackle. Floyd Turner has 1st down yardage into Miami territory at the 36-yard line. Brian Cox finally with the stop, but the first man who had a shot against Turner didn't make the play.
That player was Gene Atkins, 28. He is no longer a starter. You're going to watch the left-hand side of the screen as Turner breaks free. Gene Atkins, 28. If he can make the tackle there, it's a completion, but it's not a big game. Again, this is a game of execution.
23-yard gain on 3rd down 9. Harbaugh to Turner, and Atkins goes back to the sideline after the missed tackle that cost his team 14 yards.
Replaced by Louis Oliver 2 weeks ago. Part of it is his tackling and some coverage and some other things. Clock is going to run out. No, they get the play off.
Harbaugh looking again. In the right flat, it's Aaron Bailey. And Bailey has a gain of close to 9 yards before Dwight Hollier and Chris Singleton make the stop for Miami.
Now you've got the Dolphin defense here, Lamps, just lacking in confidence. He just kind of floats off the line of scrimmage. That's not even a pattern. There's nothing to that. He just goes up the field 2 or 3 steps, kind of lulls the defense to sleep, and Jim Harbaugh throws him the ball.
And they'll measure to see if they've got a 1st down.
You know, one of the things that the Dolphins, I think, have suffered with through this 2-game losing streak and losing 5 of 7 is very poor tackling. A lot of guys in the spot to make the tackle, and they've not made it.
A look at Ted Marchibroda along the sidelines. Tom Olivadotti attempting to construct a Miami defense that can blunt the Colt drive. Jim Harbaugh has completed his first 3 throws. They'll have 2nd down, a half yard to go from the Dolphin 26-yard line.
And he's also thrown it to different people. He got Turner, he got Bailey, he got Roosevelt Potts. I mean, that's the philosophy of Lindy and Fonte, and that's why it's so difficult to defense. You can't discount the performance of the Colts like the Dolphins did after the last loss to the Indianapolis Colts.
On 2nd down and half a yard, Marshall Faulk splits out wide in a flanker position. Potts is the lone setback behind Harbaugh. Double tight into the right side. And from this formation, Harbaugh throws to Marshall Faulk, who simply stood and waited for the completed pass. And again, the Dolphin defense is soft. Michael Stewart with the stop, 9-yard pickup. 1st down, Indianapolis at the 17.
Now Faulk is flanked again, and Harbaugh knows he's out there as an outlet. The defense just drops away from him. And Marshall Faulk, with that much room, is going to turn a lot of 2-yard completions into 10-yard gains.
It is a 10-yard gain down to the 16. You see that Faulk, with 44 receptions coming in, led the Colts in that category. It's becoming more and more a multi-purpose player. 1st down from the 16-yard line. And the whistle blows before Faulk can get started. Referee Bob McElwee's crew with us today.
False start prior to the snap, number 79 offense. 5 yards, 1st down.
The move by Stasiak at right guard will cost the Colts 5.
This Colt offensive line has done an excellent job. It's in the upper category. There's some veterans in there with Loudermilk at center, Stasiak and Wolford. Dixon has got some age on him. There's the offensive coordinator, Lindy and Fonte. They're like a 1st-round draft choice to the Colts coming in here. Been out of the game for 3 years. Come in, and it's a matter of a system fitting a quarterback, and that's why Harbaugh, at this point, leading passer in the league.
And Harbaugh calls timeout here. So the Colts will try to sustain this drive, opening the game. We come back.
This is the new Civic from Honda. More room, more refined, more luxury. It's not often that within 30 seconds you can make a revolution. The 1996 Automobile of the Year.
Tired of putting yourself in an awkward position every time you sand? Then try the heavy-duty Detail Sander 2000 from Ryobi. Its unique arrowhead design gets into and under tight spots quickly and easily, eliminating those tedious and painful tasks like finger sanding. The 2-speed Detail Sander 2000 and the original Detail Sander from Ryobi. 2 sanders designed to get into tight spots, so you don't have to.
They're healthy. It's not an excuse for the Dolphins this year. Previous seasons, they have been missing some players. In the first 4 games, look how well they did defensively. 4-0. Last 7 games, it's been much too easy for Dolphin opponents. Up and down the field. I mean, didn't Gerbach have 382 passing last?
He did indeed. 31 of 42. Scheme or players?
No, I think it's execution. I really do. I mean, this is a defense that they've invested a lot of time and effort in players, but they're not playing well together.
After the illegal procedure penalty, it's first down 15 for the Colts from the 21. Jim Harbaugh, 4 of 4 so far, and the Colts draw the Dolphins offside, it would appear. Chuck Klingbeil, always quick off the nose, trying for a little too quick
encroachment. Number 99, defense. 5 yards, first down.
We're going to have the magnifying glass on Tom Olivadotti and this defense all day long. But it's very easy to say it's the coordinator's fault. It's just not that simple. You know, they've got 11 players out there that have certain assignments. You either execute them or don't. You make the tackles or don't. But the coordinator gets the blame.
Jim Harbaugh started off 11 of 11 a week ago against the Patriots. He's 4 of 4 in this opening drive. And now with first down from the 17, Harbaugh gets away and gets it inside the 10 down to about the 8. Cox along with Hollier there to make the stop, and Harbaugh showing what he's shown all year, Bob, a capacity to keep his eyes open while he scrambles out of the pocket.
Defensive adjustment. Watch 55, Chris Singleton. Out of your picture, he's going out to cover Marshall Faulk, who had been open on a previous reception. All right, so he goes out to cover Faulk. Harbaugh runs. He has a pulled groin muscle wrapped and taped heavily, but again, the quarterback now of the Colts is not just a guy when he scrambles, he runs and throws. Very dangerous.
9-yard gain, second down a yard. Faulk, second effort, gets him near the 5-yard line, close to a first down. Hollier and Cox again there to make the stop.
Well, one of the things that Lindy Infante wanted to do when he came in here as the offensive coordinator is de-emphasize Marshall Faulk. He is the guy, the marked man. You got to start by stopping Marshall Faulk. Last week he touches the ball 32 times. 24 carries. He had 8 catches. So he's de-emphasized, but he is still the centerpiece of this offense. You have to defense him first.
And with the second effort there, Faulk picked up the first down. So the Colts now have first and goal from just outside the 5-yard line. Touchdown. They're going to give Dawkins credit for breaking the plane, and it's a touchdown pass from Jim Harbaugh to Sean Dawkins. Lewis Oliver was there to defend Dawkins at 6'4" and 211 pounds, big enough to poke it into the end zone. 22nd touchdown of the year through the air against the Dolphins.
This is a delay, a simple delay. You're going to see the man release up front. Again, Dawkins runs very little of a pattern. Just 3 or 4 yards, releases up the field, and breaks the plane of the goal line with the ball. And the Colts go on top.
9 plays, 77 yards. And Cary Blanchard adds the PAT. Harbaugh, 5 of 5, 65 yards in the drive.
Unique, with an inner fire and an irresistible natural beauty. There's no mistaking a brilliance that lasts forever. This Christmas, surprise her with a diamond beyond all her expectations.
At True Value, we've got all the decorations and gifts you'll need to get your home ready for the holidays. And anything else that might help.
Santa!
This Royal Cordless Dust Devil is just $19.88, and this 26-inch toolbox with bonus toolbox is only $14.88. True Value. Christmas is just around the corner.
Remember, it's not only how fast you can go, it's also where you can go. The new Honda Passport with standard dual airbags and one powerful V6 engine.
Hello there.
The NFL on NBC is brought to you by Honda, who offers an impressive family of cars, sports utility vehicles, and minivans. By Subway. Now that's a sandwich. By GTE. With GTE, it's amazing what we can do together. And by New York Life, the company you keep.
In Indianapolis, the Miami Dolphins begin where they left off Monday night, defensive problems against the Colts.
Yeah, you see Brian Cox there trying to incite his teammates, I believe. Not inspire them, incite them. Play with some heart, included himself. Not just pointing the finger at the other guys. Me too. We play with no heart.
Dan Marino waiting to come onto the field in quest of his NFL record-breaking 343rd career touchdown pass. The kickoff by Blanchard is taken by O.J. McDuffie inside the 5, and McDuffie, with plenty to make up for after several key drops Monday night, gets it out to about the 28-yard line. Marcus Pollard was downfield to make the tackle, and the penalty will go against the Dolphins.
Holding number 68 on the return team during the return. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Rookie offensive guard Andrew Green from Indiana University, back home in Indiana, is flagged for the hold on the kickoff return, so the Dolphins will start from inside their 20 on their first possession of the game.
Well, Dan Marino for his career averaged better than 27 touchdown passes a year. He is the epicenter of this football team.
Marino comes in with 14 touchdown passes so far this year. Second leading passer in the AFC behind Harbaugh. On first down, the give is to Bernie Parmalee, and the Dolphins starting tailback gets it out to about the 20 for a gain of 3. Tony McCoy made the stop for Indianapolis. Miami offensive line, Webb and Sims are the mainstays. Tom McHale gets the start at right guard today in place of Burt Widener, who was replacing the already injured Ron Heller and Chris Gray, both of them out on the right side. So the Dolphins are a little bit short on the right side of the offensive line. There are the starters on third down and long. They bring in Kirby, the better receiving back, and Gary Clark is the third wide receiver. Second down 7, and Marino's pass is complete over the middle to Eric Green, and Green has first down yardage out to the 29 before Stephen Grant made the stop for the Colts. A quick look at the Colts defenders. Along the defensive front, the key pass rusher is Tony Bennett, leads the team in sacks and pressures. Tony McCoy and Siragusa have been doing a pretty good job against the running game. Linebackers in secondary, Quentin Coryatt has 113 tackles this year. And cornerback Ray Buchanan has slowed down after his interception blitz of a year ago. On first down, Parmalee back in the game, fighting for yardage. Siragusa is there, along with number 95, Bernard Whittington, to hold Parmalee to a short gain.
Even though the Miami defense gives up 7 points on the opening drive, it's now the responsibility of the Miami offense to slow the momentum here of the Colts. Of course, Dan Marino is aware of that. Be deliberate. Stay with the game plan. Don't try something foolish. Give the defense as much rest as possible. Just slowly move the chains down the field to shorten the game.
Gain of 3 by Parmalee on first down. It's second down 7. Clock running, 6:47 to go in the first quarter. Pass is incomplete, intended for Byers. Stephen Grant was there on the coverage, and it'll be 3rd down 7 for Marino and Miami.
I think you can see in Dan's face, this is not what we envisioned. They get Kirby back from knee injury. They get Byers back from knee injury. They acquire Eric Green. And the offense has struggled at times. Now, it may be the offensive line, right side, new guys, but the offense just does not look comfortable in the last 6 or 7 weeks.
On 3rd down 7, 4 wide receivers on the field as Clark and Hill join Fryer and McDuffie. Colts show blitz, then rush only 3. Completion underneath the number 80 Irving Fryer, and Fryer has first down yardage across the 40 to the 43 before Coryat made the stop.
Turned out to be Dan Marino's favorite receiver. The most brilliant thing about Marino is his vision of the field. Starts all the way over to the right, scans the entire secondary, and then finds Irving Fryer for the reception and the first down pickup. That is not something you can teach a quarterback. Quarterbacks come to the game with that ability, or they don't. You don't get it.
11-yard gain on 3rd and 7. Dolphin first down at the 43. Marino down the middle, trying to get it to Green, and it's broken up as number 54, Jeff Herrod, the middle linebacker, made the play.
That ball was thrown just a little bit behind Eric Green. He's going to release from the line of scrimmage inside the linebacker, picked up by Herrod, but watch where this ball is thrown. Well, now I understand. Green was trying to make the adjustment away from the linebacker. Dan Marino didn't quite read it. Ball thrown behind him, incompletion.
Marino still getting to know Eric Green, who's been hampered by a knee injury in this his first season with the Dolphins. 2nd down 10. Marino 2 of 4. Colts bring the blitz. And number 41, Keith Byers, steps past the blitzing linebacker up into the hole for a gain of about 4. It'll be 3rd down 6. Ellis Johnson made the stop. Rookie defensive lineman for the Colts.
Yeah, Keith Byers, in our conversation last night in the hotel, he said, first time we played the Colts this season, I was shocked that we couldn't put them away. We had a brilliant first half, could do nothing in the second half. That has had a lasting effect on this Miami Dolphins football team. They've not recovered from the second half of that first Indy game, Jim.
3rd down 6. Football at the 47-yard line. They need to get it into Colt territory to the Indianapolis 47 to pick up a first down. Blitz, trouble, loose football. No whistles, no flags. Number 55, Quentin Coryat with the ball. It was 56, Tony Bennett, who knocked it loose from Dan Marino.
Yeah, and he's on Richmond Webb. That's the stable side of this offensive line of the Miami Dolphins. He beats Richmond Webb, their Pro Bowl offensive lineman, around the outside. Top of the screen, you're going to see Tony Bennett rip right around Richmond Webb. 56 around 78. Marino was trying to say my arm was going forward. Bob McElwee didn't buy it. Coryat with the recovery. And the first turnover of the game goes in favor of Indianapolis. Watch again. Good, quick move around the all-pro offensive tackle. That's the side they don't worry about on the offensive line.
The Colts tried moving Bennett to the strong side to make more room for Trev Alberts. Finally decided Bennett's our best pass rusher. Let's bring him from the weak side, and it's been paying off ever since they moved him back. 13-yard fumble return by Coryat. First down for the Colts inside the Miami 40 at the 37. Harbaugh gets away from pressure and throws it past Sean Dawkins in the flat. First incompletion of the day for Harbaugh, who was 5 of 5 on the opening drive. Jeff Cross was the man who was in on top of it.
Marino and Fryer on the sideline trying to communicate here. Players never play very well under pressure, and now with the inability of the Dolphins defense to stop anybody, including the Colts, there's tremendous pressure now applied to the offense. They got to take advantage of everything. They can't miss anything, or it just puts the worst part of their team back out there, the defense, and exposed again, Jim.
2nd and 10, 3 wide receivers for the Colts. Falk looking for running room inside, has a gain of about 3 down to the 34-yard line.
One thing the Dolphins have done, they've done an excellent job against Marshall Falk. Allowed him very few yards and a very low yards per carry average. It's the pass defense against the Colts that just killed Alabadati and his defense. And I see Trace Armstrong in there. They got about 6 or 7 guys, including a former Indianapolis Colt, Steve Entman, trying to keep them fresh, keep new bodies in there, keep the intensity up on that defensive line.
4 wide receivers on 3rd down 7. Harbaugh out of the shotgun. And a wide open receiver is Aaron Bailey, and he has a touchdown.
Thank you. Perfect call by Indianapolis. They expected the blitz. They got it. Single coverage. Bailey is in the slot. Gets by Terrell Buckley. Nice little move. Buckley gets peeled off by his own player. 6. Now, is that the coordinator's fault?
Don Shula went directly to Tom Alabadati to ask what happened. It was a 34-yard TD pass from Harbaugh to Aaron Bailey. And the extra point is added by Blanchard. And with 4:15 still to go in the first quarter, 10:45 into the game, the hungry Indianapolis Colts are on top of Miami 14-zip.
Over the last 150 years, all kinds of companies that said they'd be there when you needed them didn't stand up to their promises. That's life. Our policy of thoughtful, prudent investing has kept us, well, a pillar of strength for the last 150 years. That's New York Life, the company you keep.
Oh, not now. It's 1 in the morning. My brain's fried.
Just give me your CD drive.
Give it a rest, will ya?
The Compaq LTE 5000. Has it changed your life yet?
What's amazing about technology?
I think you could run to the store for me.
At GTE, we think it's how it can make your life easier. Like Telego service.
Ice cream?
The world's first cordless phone you can take just about anywhere.
Your pocket's ringing.
Even an all-night grocery store in Tampa, which David King finds pretty amazing.
Do you have any sauerkraut?
Why? Because he won't have to make another trip to the store tonight. Amazing.
So, how about if I call you sometime?
I'd like that. I'll give you my number. So call me.
You've got mail. The Compaq Presario. Has it changed your life yet?
Coming up next, Game 2 of our NFL on NBC doubleheader. Last week, triple threat Cordell Stewart showed his stuff as the Steelers rallied to bash the Bengals. Now, red-hot Pittsburgh, leaders in the AFC Central, face the Browns, or the Broncos battle the Oilers, or the Seahawks host the Jets, next on NBC.
Everybody on the Dolphins sideline trying to inspire teammates. This time it's Irving Fryer talking to the offense. Brian Cox is talking to
Michael Stewart.
Michael Stewart on the side. A lot of talking. Talk works out there on the sideline. On the field, it's execution.
Ardaki kicks it off for the Colts. Randall Hill will take it to the Dolphins at the goal line. Hill has a seam, gets near the sideline, and then is coaxed out of bounds by the man who scored the touchdown, Aaron Bailey, after a 32-yard return out to the 32-yard line. Here's the TD.
All right, 2 principles. This is Falk going out in the flat. This is Lewis Oliver, the safety, and here's the guy who gets the touchdown. Watch what happens right at the break. Watch Oliver right at the break. He bumps Terrell Buckley off the coverage. Bailey's wide open. 6. I mean, it can't get any worse. It really can't get any worse.
There's the reaction of defensive coordinator Tom Alabadati, who was toasted in the South Florida newspapers this week again. First down 10 for Marino and the Dolphins at the 32. The give is to number 30, Bernie Parmalee, and Parmalee is across the 35 for a gain of about 5.
It's hard to play one side of the ball when the other side just doesn't seem to be doing its job. And Don Shula pays more attention to the offense than defense. He turns the defense over to Tom Alabadati, but He's doing more coaching this season than they really thought he might have to.
They gave Parmalee credit for 4 yards on first down. Second down 6 from the 36. This time the give is to Parmalee again, and he's wrapped up short of a first down. Stephen Grant, outside linebacker with 112 tackles on the year coming in. Another stop there. On the sideline, the marks. Mark Duper and Mark Clayton, along with Nat Moore and a variety of others involved in Dan Marino's historic accomplishments over his continually illustrious career. Here to celebrate when and if Marino gets that 343rd touchdown pass. But they're down 14-0, and that is the bigger story. On third down, the pass is batted into the air and almost picked off. Tony McCoy, number 61, was the man who almost got it, and it was number 55, Quentin Coryat, who slapped the football into the air.
From behind the defense,
there's Coryat.
It is Coryat who gets up off the ground, knocks the ball up in the air. McCoy almost makes the catch. A lot of times defensive linemen, they freeze, you know, they get buck fever. They just can't catch the ball when it looks that easy.
So it's 3 and out for the Dolphins. John Kidd comes on to kick it away. Towering kick. Ray Buchanan will let it bounce. And the Dolphins can't down it around the 10-yard line where first it bounced. Instead, it takes a Colt bounce for 7 yards out to the 17 before Parmalee gets it. 14-0. We'll be back.
How would your dentist recommend you clean your teeth? The Braun Oral-B Plaque Remover has been clinically proven to clean teeth better than a manual toothbrush. Its unique cup-shaped brush head removes plaque from deep between teeth and even below the gum line, leaving your teeth so clean you can feel it. And now kids can start brushing better too, with a model designed just for them. The Braun Oral-B Plaque Remover cleans better than a manual toothbrush.
Do whatever it takes to get to Subway. For an Ace Ventura meal deal featuring a hot and delicious 6-inch Subway melt sub, you'll get an Ace Ventura Collector's Cup and valuable coupons, but only while supplies last.
Subway, what a sandwich.
Working with a broker from Dean Witter has put Tim and Beth O'Day at ease about their financial future and given them what they've always wanted, more time to play. Dean Witter.
We measure success one investor at a time.
Next Sunday, the showdown of the year in the AFC. Remember the last time the Raiders and the Chiefs met?
Intercepted! Picked off by Hastings! James Hastings with Musgrave left! He's in for the winning touchdown! The Chiefs have won in overtime!
What will happen when the two titans of the AFC West meet in the Oakland Coliseum? Chiefs Raiders 2 or regional action. Next Sunday on the NFL on NBC.
This little graphic started second half of the first meeting between these two teams. 26 of 31, 377, 5 touchdowns for Jim Harbaugh. A year ago, there weren't 5 teams in the NFL that would give a plug nickel for this kid.
And to be honest, the Colts and Harbaugh are still burning off the incentive provided by the newspaper clippings that followed that first game.
Absolutely. The Dolphins said we ought to be ashamed of ourselves for losing to the Colts. Uh-oh. That goes right up on the clipboard in the locker room.
They marked the football at the 19 after the 43-yard punt by Kidd. Falk on first down. And with flags down, he's held to a gain of a couple. Chris Singleton making the stop for Miami. Take a look at scores of other games at the bottom of your screen as Bob McElway.
Offside, number 99 defense lined up in the neutral zone.
Second encroachment against
Klingbeil. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Well, Klingbeil is, I mean, his face mask is right there at the football. It's shocking when a nose tackle can be offsides, just in alignment.
Don Shula saying pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know what's left for Shula to coach. I mean, he's been trying everything in the last 7 weeks.
2:14 to go in the first period. First down and 5. And Harbaugh, for the second time in the quarter, burns a timeout to reorganize the Colt offense against the Dolphin defense. And as we wait for play to resume, we'll cover the point that in 26 years as head coach in Miami, Don Shula and his staff, Bob Trumpy, have never had a tougher week in the newspaper.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, over the last 9 years, and that is the tenure of Tom Olivadotti as the defensive coordinator, basically Olivadotti has been the lightning rod. But look at it hurts, but it's time to go, Coach. They're all talking about Don Shula. Now there are columnists saying that Don Shula needs to get out of the game, that the game has passed him by.
Even his most vigorous defender, Edwin Pope of the Miami Herald, writing this week the question, why does Don want to continue when this appears to be a lost enterprise?
Yeah, I think the answer to that question is very simple. He is through and through a football coach. He is nothing else. He will never be a scout. He'd be a lousy executive in football. He likes to be hands-on, and he doesn't want to give up on something that he believes he can straighten out, and it'll work.
So after the Colt timeout, it's 1st and 5. And with Turner in motion, Harbaugh once again pulls it down and scrambles forward, and he's close to a first down across the 30 as Chris Singleton comes up to finalize the stop for the Dolphins. But he's moved the football across the 30, and that'll be first down yardage for Indianapolis.
And Jim, this is what Jim Harbaugh has learned to make him such a valuable commodity. Used to be, when he was with Chicago, lost a little confidence, but the only thing he did with the football on a scramble is run. But the linebackers can't commit early because now he'll throw it too. He keeps his head up looking downfield. Now he's really a thorn in the side of a lot of defenses.
7-yard gain on that scramble. You saw the numbers on Harbaugh. And they're starting to loosen up a hole here and there for Falk, as this time he presses forward for 4 or so. Klingbeil makes the stop, number 99 for Miami.
There's Tom Olivadotti's defensive game plan.
In the eye of the hurricane.
Yeah, I don't know how deep he is into that game plan, but when things don't work, you make a little adjustment. You change here. But again, time and time again, coaches will tell you it does come down to execution.
Falk limited to 9 yards on 4 carries so far. Here's the 5th carry. And this one he breaks for about 5. Brian Cox makes the stop. Falk is maybe a half yard short of a first down with 3rd down coming up.
And Jim, now Colts first couple of drives they throw it. Now watch the line of scrimmage here and watch the job of pushing and shoving people off the ball that the Colts offensive line does. Look at that. Great job by Loudermilk, the center on Klingbeil. It's either, depending on how you look at it, really going the Colts way, or unfortunately the Dolphins are playing this week so far just like they have the last 2.
And they're about a football short of a first down, so 3rd and a foot coming up for the Colts as they'll try to sustain this drive outside their 40. If the Dolphins can stop them and force a punt, it'll be the first time they've accomplished that against Harbaugh and the Colts in 7 Colt possessions.
Isn't that something? And you know, because of the there's Entman, the former
on the field for the first time.
Yes, former Colt who first round pick several years ago. He got injured up here. When he got injured, he just didn't get injured. I mean, he got major injuries playing for the Colts. Both knees blown out. Yeah, neck problem.
So Entman on the field against his former teammates. On 3rd down, a half yard to go for a first down. Falk slips past the first man and almost broke that big. Gain of 7, first down Indianapolis. Brian Cox, number 51, made the stop along with Louis Oliver.
Did you see that first move he made, Jim? An absolutely brilliant running back who was recruited to San Diego State as a defensive back.
And on that first down for the Colts, the clock runs out on the first period. So at the end of 1, it's Indianapolis 14, Miami nothing.
The RCA Home Theater with SRS Sound is now 50% brighter with a sharper, clearer picture. Better picture, better sound. Better get out of the way.
Hi, sweetie.
What are you doing?
Playing the Magic School Bus.
Oh. Who is that?
That's Mrs. Rizzo. Now we're going underwater. This is the kelp forest.
Giant kelp grows as fast as 1 foot in a day.
You know, pull it down, you make different sounds of animals, like the dolphin. You just put your hand on it and click that thing. Hit the fish
Where?
right there.
Oh, I see.
It's Gus's Guide to the Game. Going deep. The most exciting part of the game.
Begin with the right call.
Yes. Ultimate deep dish.
Then the technique.
Notice how I extend the thumb and forefinger, palm out stretch to support the massive weight of the ultimate deep dish.
The man is a pro.
Want to win the ultimate pregame party weekend in New York? Send us a video of your pregame rituals. We'll judge them, and you might. Call 1-800-391-3993 for contest details.
The Steve Emptman saga is so painful, it's hard to believe he's in only his 4th year in the 31-20 win. He was the league's defensive player of the week that week. He was an instant star, but the next time they played the Miami Dolphins, his knee exploded here in this stadium, and it's been injury trouble ever since for Steve Emptman. On 1st and 10 for Harbaugh and the Colts. Harbaugh with an open receiver downfield. It's Dilger, the tight end. He cuts back to the middle of the field and gets down to the 15-yard line before Michael Stewart made the stop. 39-yard pickup, and once again the Dolphin defenders were clueless.
Yeah. Brian Cox, middle linebacker in coverage. That was discovered several weeks ago by the Colts, exploited by San Francisco last week. And again today. Again, you're going to see 51. Watch Brian Cox try to stay with Dilger. And Dilger is a good 6 or 7 yards. It looked like there was confusion between 51 Cox, 50 Hollier, and Dilger is wide open for the catch.
And again, it's a 39-yard pickup. It makes it first down at the 15-yard line. This is Potts, and Potts gets away from the first tackler and gets outside for a gain of about 3. J.B. Brown finally making the stop. Trace Armstrong had a shot at Potts in the backfield and couldn't wrap him up.
Yeah, and that's not the first time we've said that in this first half, is it? No, there have been some missed tackles.
Total yards so far in the game.
Goodness.
And once again, as I said at the beginning of the show, this isn't what the Dolphins had in mind when Wayne Huizenga spent $18 million in bonus money and new contract money to build a Super Bowl capable roster. On 2nd down, the football at the 13-yard line. Marshall Faulk with Potts in front, cuts back behind the big fullback, but can't find any daylight. Jeff Cross reacting over from defensive end for the Dolphins, along with Tim Bowens.
Yeah, you mentioned the $18 million spent by this franchise to try to improve its depth. They spent a lot getting Eric Green, the tight end, but an awful lot of it was invested on the defensive side of the ball with Trace Armstrong. They signed Bowens, the first-round draft choice 2 years ago. They really have not gotten out of Trace Armstrong what they expected. They're kind of alternating guys in and out there. They have not gotten the dividends they hoped for yet.
Colts 3 for 3 on 3rd down so far as they approach 3rd and 7. 4 wide receivers, and Harbaugh from the shotgun at the 13-yard line. Good coverage that time by the Dolphins. Ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage by Jeff Cross.
Pass was intended for Brian Stabline. Again, just running the underneath stuff against this defense with 4 wide receivers. The Dolphins go with about all the defensive backs they own. And you're going to see 91 Jeff Cross just tip the ball, and Stabline can't make the catch, not even close.
So Cary Blanchard comes on for a field goal try. Chris Gardocki, the punter, will hold. Bradford Banta, number 83, is the snapper. It's a 29-yard try for Blanchard. You see his numbers on the season. And the free agent pickup has been worth his weight in gold for Indianapolis. They lead 17-0.
When was the last time you played in the rain? Let your hair go wild. Flexed your muscles to the world. Stayed up past your bedtime. When was the last time you really had fun in a car? Riviera by Buick. Go ahead. Express yourself.
Did you ever notice how many times a day you look at your watch? More men rely on a watch made by Citizen than any other timepiece. Because more men prefer a watch made by Citizen than any other timepiece on Earth. Citizen, how the world tells time.
You know, these Tostitos are baked.
Get out of here.
Really? But so tasty. Oh, I had this party, and I told everyone that baked Tostitos are low in fat, but nobody believed me.
Wow.
Baked Tostitos have only 1 gram of fat per serving, but they don't taste it.
These are baked? Get out of here.
Oh, yeah.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Really? They're baked.
No, really. Get out of here.
Baked Tostitos, tortilla chips, and fat-free salsa. You got Tostitos, you got a party.
Dan Marino has thrown more touchdown passes against the Colts than against any other franchise. Among them, his longest ever, it came in his rookie season, 1983, an 85-yard hookup with Mark Super Duper. Duper, by the way, caught 55 TD passes from Marino in all, second only to Mark Clayton's 79. So 134 total touchdown passes to the 2 Marks, and both of them here today to mark the occasion of the record-breaking touchdown pass when and if it arrives. Gardocki kicks the football off for the Colts. Following Blanchard's field goal, O.J. McDuffie elects to down it in the end zone. Pretty good choice. And Marino and the Dolphins will start from the 20.
You mentioned that the Marx brothers are here, Clayton and Duper. Let's certainly hope it's not a wasted trip for them.
There's Mark Duper. Former Northwest Louisiana Bull, and there are the top TD targets through all of the years. Nat Moore is here as well today. Keith Jackson caught 15 before leaving for Parts North.
Yes, Little Rock, then Green Bay. There's Nat Moore. He was the third receiver with Clayton and Duper. That was a powerful bunch offensively.
Right now, this powerful offensive bunch trails 17-0 with 12:27 to go before halftime. Marino releases short, and it falls harmlessly to the turf in front of Bernie Parmalee, who was covered by number 55, Quentin Coryatt.
All right, so we talked to Danny last night, talked about the first 3 snaps against San Francisco, all 3 sacks. Here, good pressure by the Colts. It comes from the inside Siragusa, 98, down in Danny's legs, and then finally McCoy gets him down to the ground. He said, I was shocked last week after 3 snaps, 3 sacks.
Second down 10 from the 20. Dolphins have 2 first downs in the game. Marino's throw is complete to Fryer, and Fryer is belted immediately by Ray Buchanan, well short of first down yardage.
This is just a little slant. And you see Fryer takes kind of the outside release, but these 2 teams know each other so well. Buchanan broke the moment Fryer did. Good throw by Marino. Brings up 3rd and short.
It's 3rd down with the football just outside the 28. They need to get it to the 30. So a long yard. And it's Parmalee who has first down yardage and a few more. Tony Bennett making the stop for the Colts. Good work by the left side of the Dolphin offensive front, where Richmond Webb and Keith Sims have been fixtures for 6 years.
They came into training camp together. You see how well the Colts have played against the rush. Very, very good. Very respectable. And again, I think the Colts have not really been given the credit they deserve for this season. They've done a lot of things well.
First down from the 34. Byers in motion, whistles blow as the right tackle Billy Milner stands up for the Dolphins.
False start, number 79 offense.
And Milner draws the flag.
I frankly don't know how you stop things like this. Shula's been around the game for so long. When there is a lack of confidence in what you're doing, when you question yourself first as to what's happening, and you see these little tiny mental mistakes that all add up at the end of the game to a loss.
Penalties so far today. Milner, the rookie, starts at right tackle, and Tom McHale, a journeyman, at right guard today, as both Bruce Widener and Ron Heller are out, as is Chris Gray, who went out earlier. Marino's pass incomplete. Bernie Parmalee, the intended receiver. Tony McCoy in on Marino. Let's go to New York and check in with Greg Gumbel.
All right, Jim, we'll take you to Rich Stadium in Buffalo, where Drew Bledsoe finds tight end Ben Coates. Only Coates' second touchdown catch of the year, a 6-yarder. New England on top of the Bills right now. The score is 10-3 in the second quarter, Jim.
Who would have thought that Ben Coates would only have 2 touchdown catches to this point?
Remarkable, isn't it? Yeah. Certainly Drew Bledsoe's favorite receiver.
Second down, 15 from the 29. Dan Marino, 3 of 8 for 29 yards so far. Blitz, and they got it. Number 59, Stephen Grant, bolting up the middle.
Jim will call this a designer sack. He comes from the outside. Grant sitting way out here. He's going to be the guy who makes the sack. See, they cover all the offensive linemen. Grant comes untouched for the sack. Well, they got this offense totally on its heels.
They've got it clocked. -10. And you see the numbers so far on the pass rush against Marino by the Colts. It's third down, 25. 4 wide receivers. And Marino, with the play clock running down, calls timeout. Dolphins in trouble in Indianapolis. We'll be back.
How much closer do our precision heads help shave beneath the skin? How much closer does our innovative groove make Norelco's lift and cut system? How much better is the latest Norelco razor? We think you'll find it's never brought you closer. The Norelco razor, our closest shave ever.
Let me guess. One side of you craves easy chair comfort, while the other side itches for performance, right? Well, meet Buick Regal, with its famous 3800 V6 engine and Grand Touring suspension. Add to that an all-new interior with body-sensitive seats. And finally, there's a car for the two of you. Buick Regal.
Silver Bullet is shipped cold to tap the clean taste of the Rockies. Tap the Rockies! Coors Light!
The NFL on NBC is brought to you by Buick and your local dealers. Remember Buick, the new symbol for quality in America. By IBM, solutions for a small planet. By Coors Light, shipped cold to preserve the clean taste of the Rockies. Coors Light, tap the Rockies. And by Baked Tostitos. You got Tostitos, you got a party.
Sellout crowd in the Hoosier Dome today, or the RCA Dome, excuse me. 60,272 on hand. And so far they have watched their Colts snuff the Dolphins. On 3rd and 25, Marino is dumped by Tony McCoy. Fumbled the snap, never had a chance.
Ruddy is the center. He makes Marino get all the way down to his knees to try to make this reception. It bounces off his knee. Actually, Marino's very lucky to recover that at all. It just bounced right back onto his hands. And another sack for the Colts.
So John Kidd will kick from inside his own end zone. Ray Buchanan waits to receive for the Colts. Buchanan bobbled a couple against the Patriots last week. Handles this one cleanly at the 50. And Harbaugh and company will have terrific field position right on the midfield stripe as they begin their 4th possession of the game. 3 possessions so far, 2 touchdowns and a field goal, 17-zip. Coming up next on most of these NBC stations, Game 2 of our NFL doubleheader. Most of you will see a classic rivalry. Neil O'Donnell and his first-place Steelers make what could be their last visit to Cleveland's Dog Pound.
Dog Pound.
Isn't it now the Pet Cemetery?
You're cruel.
A place which has haunted the Steelers for years. But they snuffed Cleveland a couple of weeks ago and could do so again today. Most of you will be seeing that as our NFL doubleheader continues.
Oh, lamps. The Pet Cemetery.
First down from the 49-yard line. Harbaugh's hit 6 different receivers. Now the reverse to Bailey. Harbaugh blocking in front. Makes a key block. Bailey breaks it back inside the 25. Got a block from Falk and went all the way to the 17-yard line. Troy Vincent finally ran him out of bounds.
Defense over pursues. It's well handled by Indianapolis. They're taking a chance. Falk, Harbaugh, number 4, out there looking for a block. You're going to see 28, the running back, Marshall Falk, coming into the picture. There he is. 34-yard reverse.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. Infante smiling momentarily, enjoying the great call. Brad Banta in motion. And here's Falk, breaks the first tackle and has a gain of about 3 before Chuck Klingbeil can drag him down. Olivadotti and Shula need an answer fast.
Why are you pointing to me? I don't have an answer for this. I got no clue. Seldom do you see a football game between two teams that I think are pretty evenly matched, so controlled one over the other. Everything that the Colts have called has worked.
Well, of course, the Dolphins have a short week of preparation amid terrible psychological circumstances for their team against a team that's coming off a big win over the Patriots and had a full week of preparation. So, in some ways, it was a setup.
Well, it's playing itself out here, just as you called it.
Second down 7 for Harbaugh and the Colts. Falk, more room at the bubble, has a gain of about 5. Inside the 10 to the 7.
Now, Jim, you watch this Dolphin defense as it gets up from this play. Just look at the faces of the players. They have not stopped the Colts from doing anything. They are confused. They have no idea what the Colts might do next. They're looking up at the big screen TV. What did they do that time? They have no idea what to expect. And when it's going bad, that's the way you feel. I mean, like you're playing out there blind. You've never played the game before. Hands on hips, looking around, nobody's talking.
And here's a very big defensive call for Olivadotti and the Dolphins. Third down 2 at the 7-yard line. Standard set on offense. Banta in motion, Falk running behind him, and he squeezes past the 5 into first down territory. Singleton and Coleman made the stop, but yellow flags are down. Hurts the Dolphins.
Face mask against.
5-yard face mask foul. Number 90 defense. That'll be half the distance to the goal line.
Marco Coleman, one of those 19 first-round draft choices on the Dolphin roster.
He's on Wolford 67. Yeah, left hand sticks it out. Actually, I'm surprised it's not the major face mask penalty. He grabs a hold of the face mask and hangs on.
It's enough to help the Colts to a first down and goal inside the 3 at the 2-yard line. I think Falk had squeezed far enough to get the first down anyway. This just makes the job of getting into the end zone that much simpler.
To this point, just about everything for the Colts has been fairly simple.
52 set! Block 49! Block 49!
Falk again behind the motion man. Touchdown! Flags down. Troy Vincent was the man who was carried into the end zone by Falk. And this touchdown is going to be called back on a holding against the Colts.
Holding, number 71, offense. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Reserve tackle Kip Vickers in the game gets the holding call.
Yeah, what they do is Vickers goes in at tackle. They move Stasiak out to the tight end spot. And here's Vickers right here. He's at the right guard. And when Bowens jumps inside, yeah, grabs him by the arm. Good call, officials. One of the few mistakes that the Colts have made in this first half.
And that peels back the touchdown, takes it out to the 12, where it's now first and goal with 12 yards between the Colts and another TD.
Replay. Well, the lack of concentration here shows.
Offside, number 90 defense, unabated to the quarterback.
Same man who had the face
5-yard
mask penalty, Marco
First
Coleman.
down.
This time with the offside.
Yeah, don't you agree? I mean, the lack of concentration here in the Dolphins side of the ball shows. A couple of times a nose tackle lining up in the neutral zone, trying to anticipate the snap count, anything for an advantage.
They're pressing.
Yeah, a disciplined team, which Don Shula generally puts on the field. They don't have dumb mistakes like this.
Well, as you said at the top, Trump, desperate to win a football game, and the desperation shows.
Yeah, desperation is winning.
Now it's first and goal from the 7. And Harbaugh uses his third and last timeout again to reorganize the offense. We'll be back.
It's Gus's Guide to the Game.
Going deep. The most exciting part of the game.
Begin with the right call.
Yes.
Ultimate deep dish.
Then the technique.
Notice how I extend the thumb and forefinger palm out stretch to support the massive weight of the ultimate deep dish.
The man is a pro.
Want to win the ultimate pregame party weekend in New York? Send us a video of your pregame rituals. We'll judge them, and you might. Call 1-800-391-3993 for contest details.
kukhona engikuzwayo lo mkenkethayo ngala kuyini kona lokho
i-IBM kit drips
iliqhawe lento
You've always made a great team. Together growing, dreaming, caring, and sharing the rewards along the way. Park Avenue. For the comfort, for the luxury, for the quality. Congratulations, you've earned it. Buick Park Avenue.
Tonight, Paul and Jamie suspect their new friends are cheating on their spouses.
Actually.
We are. That would never happen to you and me.
And Allison. Allison, the lady from The Office? Why didn't you tell me Allison was gorgeous?
Whoops.
Well, that's great.
All new Mad About You, followed by Jurassic Park, NBC tonight.
7:44 before halftime in the Hoosier Dome. Indianapolis trying to go on top of Miami 24-0. Total yards so far in the game, Colts 223, Miami with 50. Colts have scored on each of their first 3 possessions, and now they have first down, goal to go from the 7-yard line. Plenty of time for Harbaugh, touchdown, Marshall Faulk.
Man, this is the whole package.
Brian Cox, Michael Stewart, Jeff Cross. Yet another consideration of what the heck happened on that play. Just a simple curl over the middle to Faulk.
Yeah, and again, you've got a back out of the backfield who leads his team in rushing, receiving, and scoring.
Gardocki holds, Blanchard kicks, and it's 24-0. Indianapolis over Miami. Still more than half of the second period to go.
Jim, again now, as you look at this play unfold, what teams have been trying to do is isolate receivers, running backs on linebackers against the Miami Dolphins. It's happened several times here in the first half, and you can see the dejection there on the part of the Miami defense. Faulk is right here in motion, and again you've got Brian Cox on a blitz. You got Singleton 55 trying to get over there to cover him. Linebacker on running back. Singleton cannot get there, and Marshall Faulk catches his 3rd touchdown. See again, watch Cox blitzes. Singleton's a man who's supposed to have coverage. There's also a safety that just reaches out and tries to tackle Marshall Faulk. This is just dissecting a defense. There is no other way to look at it.
All credit to Indianapolis Colts offensive coordinator Lindy Infante, who has seen the opportunities against the Miami defense and has exploited them royally. Brian Cox talking to Emptman and to Marco Coleman and the rest of his defensive teammates, and frustration overflows on the Miami sideline.
Last 7 weeks.
McDuffie and Hill are deep for the Dolphins. Gardaki's kickoff is taken by McDuffie, and he gets it back to about the 26 before a crowd of Colts bring him down. Indianapolis thoroughly in control here. Let's check in with Greg Gumbel in New York.
All right, Jim, in Jacksonville, the Jaguars have pulled even with the Bengals. This is Steve Berline going up top for 31 yards to Jimmy Smith down the sideline with the extra point. The Jaguars and the Bengals are tied at 7 in the second quarter. Jim?
Thank you, Greg. Berline able to maintain his productive attitude in Jacksonville.
Yeah, have you seen Brunell?
Oh, yeah.
What a player.
Yeah, Mark Brunell is a superior player. Ideal expansion team quarterback, don't you think, Trump?
Absolutely. If he doesn't break.
On first down, Marino and the Dolphins trying to start over, down 24-zip. Bernie Parmalee carries the football. Bernard Whittington makes the stop. It's a gain of about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Now, here's one of the problems that the Dolphin offense faces. They can't just go to 4 wide receivers and blast the ball down the field, because if they go 3 downs and out, then again the defense is subjected to this dissecting of the Colts offense. They got to pretty much stay with their game plan here. 24-0. I certainly remember the turnaround the Colts had in the first meeting between these two teams.
Gary Clark on the field at wide receiver. Marino looks the other way, throws it underneath the Parmalee, and a crowd of Colts stop him short of the first down. Ray Buchanan was there, along with Jason Belzer, along with number 51, Trev Alberts. It'll be 3rd and short for Miami.
Jim, watch the pressure. Again, double blitz, triple blitz on the inside, trying to put as much pressure in Dan Marino's face as possible.
And still they have 5 tacklers around the ball.
Absolutely. Colts are playing out of their mind.
They're playing the kind of football that ought to get you to the playoffs. Marino out of the gun on 3rd down. And it is picked off, and an easy pickoff all the way for Eugene Daniel of the Colts. If they call it a pickoff. Officials trying to sort out possession along the sideline. Gary Clark was the receiver.
He's going to the sideline. He knows it's a pick.
He knew it was a pick when it left his hand, Trump. I mean, that was one of those floating outs that's just suicide.
Man, this is like homecoming for the Indianapolis Colts.
2nd pick this year for Daniel, playing his 24th game against Dan Marino.
No blitz, just a simple out pattern. Daniel guesses and guesses right, is inside to make the interception. 2nd turnover now of the day by the Miami Dolphins, and the route is on.
First turnover was a Marino fumble off the pressure from Tony Bennett. This one a Marino interception, and nothing more than a bad throw. Dan talking to Gary Stevens along the sideline. Jim Harbaugh starts the Colts at the Dolphin 38. All the time in the world for Harbaugh. He releases to Faulk and has a gain of about 5. Trace Armstrong, number 93, was the man who was chasing Jim Harbaugh. Michael Stewart made the stop on Faulk. 3rd catch of the game for Marshall.
And Jim, you've got to be unbelievably impressed with Jim Harbaugh. I mean, this kid keeps his head up. He's always looking for a receiver now when he runs. That is so valuable to an offense. Last 8 possessions.
Woo. You talk about pressure on a defense. Could they come back from 31-0 or 27-0? Well, at the very least, they've got to try to hold him to a field goal. Potts alone down the sideline. Inside the 10 to the 7. And a flag is down. Michael Stewart finally made the stop. Olivedotti's defense can't cover the flat. This will be a hold.
Yeah.
Holding, number 67 offense, 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Those flags are the only thing slowing up the Colts. Nothing stopping them, slowing up the Colts.
Hey, here's the Colts' best offensive lineman, Will Wolford.
And he is against Marco Coleman. Yes, grabs the inside arm after Coleman gets that big inside move. Kind of gets Wolford out of balance. He's saying, what's the call? No, come on. But that was obvious.
Third Colt penalty.
By the way, Wolford, the veteran, having one of his best years ever.
7 defensive backs now in the game for the Dolphins. Second down 15 with the football at the 43. Marino has had 6 different receivers. He gets away from Coleman and has running room. Will get a gain of about 7 down to the 36-yard line and goes out of bounds to stop the clock with 4:50 left in the half. Let's check in again with Greg in New York.
All right, Jim, in Buffalo, the guy you got to watch these days is Bill Brooks. He has scored 10 of the Bills' last 14 touchdowns. He's on the receiving end of a 32-yard touchdown pass from Jim Kelly here. The extra point was blocked. The Bills trail the Patriots 10-9 late in the second quarter, Jim.
And Greg, here in Indianapolis, they root for Bill Brooks.
Absolutely. A former player here wants to come back when he retires, be a part of the Colts franchise. Lives here in the offseason. They love Bill Brooks.
What a professional. Third down 8 with the football at the 36. Harbaugh again escapes from pressure and throws it in and out of the hands of the Dolphin defender, Frankie Smith. So this time the Dolphin defense is able to do its job and force Indianapolis into a kicking situation.
Again, he's flush from the pocket a little bit, has to adjust because of some pressure but by Jeff Cross. Darn lucky he didn't get this one intercepted, but then this is definitely the Colts' first half. I would have been shocked if Smith comes up with that interception the way the Colts have played.
Dolphins just don't seem destined to get that kind of a break. Colts are electing to punt with the football at the 36-yard line. So O.J. McDuffie is going deep. Chris Gardocki is on the field to kick it away for the Colts, and they will allow the play clock to run out. Illegal procedure, delay of game, 5-yard penalty. This will bring it back out to the 41, give Gardocki a little bit more working room.
Oh, well, the
Dolphins refused the penalty.
Sure, why not? Colts
they stay at the 36.
Yeah, right. Colts score on their first 4 drives. Have to punt on their 5th. And they'll be punting from inside his 50. This is definitely going the Colts' way. Would you agree, Mr. Lampley?
Could hardly have done more so. Gardocki's first punt of the game. High. And it rolls free into the end zone. So the touchback, and football will come out to the 20 for the Dolphins.
When was the last time you played in the rain? Let your hair go wild. Flexed your muscles to the world. Stayed up past your bedtime. When was the last time you really had fun in a car? Riviera by Buick. Go ahead. Express yourself.
Since golf began, fathers have passed on their knowledge of the game from generation to generation. Next weekend, golf legends Johnny Miller, Lee Trevino, Ray Floyd, Hale Irwin, Tom Weisskopf, and more team up with their sons for the inaugural Office Depot Father-Son Challenge, a family affair, next weekend on NBC.
Back in the RCA Dome for the second meeting of the year between the Colts and the Dolphins in Week 6. They met at Joe Robbie Stadium. Indianapolis trailed 24-3 in the third quarter before Jim Harbaugh began what has become his storybook season. This TD pass to Floyd Turner pulled Indy to within 7 with 6 minutes left in the fourth. Then Aaron Bailey got his first career touchdown with a minute remaining to tie the score at 24. Bailey's got another one today. Then in overtime, Carrie Blanchard's 27-yard field goal the difference. Colts 27, Miami 24. Pete Stoyanovich had missed a 49-yarder with seconds to go in regulation that would have won it for the Dolphins. Harbaugh having another killer day today against the team he loves to hurt, the Miami Dolphins.
A third of his completions for touchdowns. Nice percentage.
That helps the pass efficiency rating. On first down, Marino and the Dolphins looking for their 4th first down of the game, and stopped short of it will be O.J. McDuffie. Jeff Herrod with the tackle. It's a gain of about 9. It'll be 2nd and a yard.
Jim, that was the first time that Dan Marino had good protection to throw the ball. Nice little pocket there by the offensive line. Crossing pattern run by Otis James McDuffie again from behind the offense. Now watch the protection. Good job. Pocket stays there. You see McDuffie coming across the middle. Saragusa almost gets his hand up to knock that one away, but a first down for the Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm trying to shortchange McDuffie a yard. He got 10 and the first down, so it's the 4th first down of the day for Miami. Here's Parmalee breaking it for another first down before Jason Belser drags him down. Gain of about 12 for Bernie Parmalee. And the Dolphins have their most positive offensive statement since early in the first quarter.
Yeah, generally with the young kids on the right-hand side, you'd think the Dolphins would run left. Well, obviously defense thinking that way, so they change up, run to the young kids. And Parmalee does a nice job of picking up nice yards for their 2nd straight first down.
Call it a gain of 13, 7 carries, 33 yards now for Bernie Parmalee. Marino with a little bit more time, but this one is batted down at the line of scrimmage, intended for Keith Byers.
I don't know when I've seen Marino so frustrated. This is the slant drag option, and you've got Byers coming out here in the flat. I could not tell if Tony Bennett tipped that one or what, but it was down at the feet of Keith Byers, the intended receiver.
You say you don't know when you've seen Marino that frustrated?
No.
How about Monday night against the 49ers?
Well, yeah, how about
Similar.
2 weeks in a row? Yeah, you're absolutely right.
2nd down 10. Parmalee, good cut. A lot of running room. Belser with a saving tackle, or Parmalee could have gone for another 30. It's into Colt territory at the 42.
And actually, I don't know how in the world they got away with this, because you're going to see on this sweep 88. Well, it looked like Irving Fryer hit 55. Corey out in the back, but in fact he didn't. Nice little play run by Miami to get to the corner there.
2:27 to go in the half. Another first down for Miami. Opening holes for Parmalee now. This time a gain of about 3 before Tony McCoy makes the stop from his defensive tackle position.
2:16 to go here in this first half. First series that the Dolphins have gained some control of the line of scrimmage.
No huddle here as Marino and company try to get a play off before the 2-minute warning, and it won't work. And the throw to Byers over the middle. And now the 2-minute warning at 1:58, and the Dolphins have moved it into Indy territory, trying to get off the schneid.
Business is about as predictable as the weather. You never know when a storm's going to hit. But for those unpredictable problems...
And you need it when?
UPS has solutions so predictable, they're guaranteed. From same-day service in as little as 4 hours to overnight delivery as early as 8 a.m. Plus, guaranteed 2- and 3-day services. Whenever you want it there, wherever in the world you want it.
We're back in business.
Nobody offers as many on-time options as UPS. Nobody.
We're all in search of answers. See us for the ones about cars.
Todd and Celia Unger aren't overly concerned with how to chart a course for their retirement. That's because they work with a broker from Dean Witter.
We measure success, one investor at a time.
Tonight at a special time, the biggest movie ever made. The return of Jurassic Park. Tonight at 8:30, 7:30 Central on NBC.
Quickly, another Marino milestone. His first touchdown pass came in 1983 when Dan entered a game against the Raiders to bring Miami back. The recipient was tight end Joe Rose, who now freely acknowledges that this is his primary identity as an NFL player. The fact that he caught Dan Marino's first touchdown pass.
Shula said to us last night that the incumbent was David Woodley at quarterback. But when you stood the two next to each other, Woodley was an athlete playing quarterback. Marino was a quarterback playing quarterback. He said that the choice was easy between the two back in 1983 when he came in. I mean,
of course, they had been to the Super Bowl with Woodley.
Yeah. So it looked like he made a good choice there.
He did all right. From the 29-yard line, 1st and 10. Most significant drive of the day for the Dolphins. Marino looking. Flag down. Fryer was open behind the defense. Belser was able to get to the ball and knock it down. Now what's the call?
I think you got an interference call on the Colts here. The defender tripped Irving Fryer.
That would be Belser.
Defensive pass interference number 29. First down.
This is not a tough call. Irving Fryer runs the corner pattern, and when he breaks out, watch Belser. Their legs collide, and you see the official grabbing his flag immediately. That's not incidental contact.
It's a 23-yard penalty from the 28 down to the 5. Gives the Dolphins 1st and goal with 1:53 to go in the half. Plenty of time for Marino and company to get a touchdown on the board. Parmalee. No air. Bennett was there, Coriat was there, and Eugene Daniel as well.
He's yelling at his teammates. He's yelling at his teammates like Danny Marino never has.
Loss of 2 on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 7. Kirby comes on, replacing Parmalee. Parmalee's had a good half running the football. Kirby is the superior receiver.
Yeah, this could be the record breaker right here.
Colts showing blitz. Marino changing. No blitz. Byers goes in. Marino has the record.
Hear what he said? He's not celebrating the catch. I read his lips. He says second half. We got the second half.
So a 6-yard touchdown pass from Dan Marino to Keith Byers separates Marino from Fran Tarkenton. And from this point forward, every touchdown pass Dan Marino throws will establish a new NFL record.
Marino's mom and dad are here. Dan and Veronica, his wife is here. Claire. We got the Marx brothers. But Shula said Marino's greatest attribute is his competitive spirit. There's Clayton. His competitive spirit. The record means nothing to Dan Marino if it doesn't come in the course of a win.
You saw the hugs for Clayton and Duper. 134 touchdown passes worth of hugs for those guys.
That was Pete Elliott, the
executive director of the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and the Dolphins are going for 2. Here's Don Shula going and congratulating. The Dolphins are going for 2, so he's going right back into the huddle. It's nice of the Colts to allow the game to stop here for the celebration.
80-yard, 8-play drive, 3 minutes and 10 seconds, capping off with this.
He does a great job. That tackle should be made there. He fights off another tackle to get in the end zone. He and Joe Rose are now linked in the record book.
Dolphins go for 2 at 24-6. Blitz picked up, and the play's broken up by Coriat. So the Dolphins leave it at 24-6 with 1:06 to go before halftime. Dan Marino with a new NFL record.
Yo, Sinbad here with the best thing under the tree. Polaroid talking camera. It's gonna help me find a smile in my main man, Ebenezer. Whoo! Watch this. Scrooge, there was money in that box.
Nonsense.
Scrooge, there was money in that box. Now you're talking my language. See, it even makes a Scrooge smile. I lied about the money in the box. The Polaroid talking camera. Instant smiles.
Bittersweet celebration continues on the Dolphins sideline in the RCA Dome. Dan Marino having just thrown his 343rd career touchdown pass to move ahead of Fran Tarkenton on the all-time list. It's the third NFL passing record that Marino has broken this year. But in each of the two previous instances, the Dolphins lost the game, and here they trail 24-6.
You had to bring it up, didn't you? You just had to bring it up.
Only because it was a fact, Trump.
And look at him. He's going to his offense. He's not happy with the record in a losing effort. That means nothing to Dan Marino.
Well, they broke the completions record against the Colts in that first game, October 8, back in Miami. And the Colts, of course, romped their way on to victory in the second half and overtime. Aaron Bailey taking Stoyanovic's kickoff for the Colts, and sudden enthusiasm on the Dolphins special teams as Bailey is nailed inside the 20. The legendary Johnny Unitas, third on the all-time passing touchdowns list now, had this to say to Dan Marino on the occasion of his record-breaking throw. Johnny U.
Danny, congratulations on breaking Fran Tarkenton's record. It's a tremendous thing, a heck of a season, a career for you. One thing I'd like to know is, why did it take you so long?
He's got a point. He's got a point. Marino threw nearly 50 in his second year in 1984. Why didn't he do that every year, Trump?
Yeah, you can see Unitas on the list. Marino's averaged better than 27 touchdowns a season.
He threw 48 in the second year. Why didn't he do that every year, Trump? That's what Unitas is asking. On first down 10, Marshall Faulk is hemmed in. Steve Amtman makes the stop for the Dolphins. Coming up, it's the Domino's Pizza NFL on NBC Halftime Report. Greg Gumbel, Mike Ditka, Joe Gibbs, bringing you all the news, scores, and highlights of today's action around the league, and a look at the Steelers' rookie standout, quarterback slash wide receiver slash all-purpose offensive threat, Cordell Stewart.
Well, I don't like that.
You don't like the way they're using Stewart?
I really don't. I really don't, because the more success he has at receiver, the closer he becomes, the more he becomes a receiver.
They're just winning games right now, Trump. They're winning games with a roster that was depleted by the loss of Rod Woodson and with a team that looked listless 4 or 5 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, when O'Donnell came back, suddenly they had new life. Of course, the loss of Eric Green, they're still trying to get over that. Yeah, it's hurt them, but I don't like Cordell Stewart. I think is an NFL caliber quarterback, and the more passes he catches, the more he becomes a receiver. It's just too easy to pigeonhole a kid with that much athletic ability. You can't leave him on the bench. We got to do something with him. You make him a receiver.
If he goes on to become a starting NFL quarterback, he'll be one of the most exciting ones we've ever seen. On second down 9 after the 1-yard gain by Faulk. 52 seconds left in the half. Faulk again. Little more running room this time. He's across the 20 to the 21. Singleton was there along with Coleman to make the stop for the Dolphins. Buffalo now with a small margin over New England. Bills hoping to continue their improbable drive toward an AFC East Division championship, and with every game that Buffalo wins, of course, it becomes more imperative that Miami and Indianapolis focus on their business, the wild card.
Sure, and absolutely. If Miami loses, then they lose all tiebreakers to Indianapolis for the possibility of a wild card. With the AFC West, with Oakland and Kansas City and those great records, I mean, you could be looking at the Miami Dolphins watching the playoffs, not participating.
If Buffalo wins, the loser here will be 3 behind the Bills with 4 to go.
Colts here, they don't want to take any chances with throwing the ball. They'll take their 24-6 lead in at halftime. And
of course, had they had any designs on doing something here, they had already used all 3 of their timeouts. Yes. So it would have been difficult for them.
But the Dolphin defense here wants to give the offense, who's found some life, one more shot before this half ends. That's why they keep calling the timeouts.
But the Dolphins are now out of clock stoppages as well. So it's a natural from here on in, 46 seconds. Third down, and Faulk has first down yardage for the Colts. And that ensures that Indianapolis will be able to possess the football for the rest of the half and go in with this 24-6 margin intact.
And remember, the Colts trailed in Miami 24-3, came back to win. Now they go in leading 24-6.
So Don Shula will say to his team, all you have to do is do exactly what they did to you when we were down at our place.
Yeah,
remember?
Well, what they did was the Colts, in coming back to win in Miami, started the second half with an 80-yard drive, followed that up with a 76-yard drive, and then an 85-yard drive, all for scores.
And the Dolphins will get the football first to begin the second half. So Don Shula and Dan Marino go into focus on their responsibility of moving the pass of his career to set an NFL record in the first half, but that was the only bright light for the Dolphins in what was otherwise a Colts show.
A complete owning of the Dolphins by the Colts in the first half.
Kickoff by Gardocki is taken by number 89 Randall Hill, and Hill gets past one defender and then is wrapped up at about the 21-yard line. Trev Alberts downfield to make the stop. 25-yard return from 4 yards deep in the end zone. Coors Light halftime stats, Bob Trumpy.
253 to 114, but this number you got to X out. They actually got 80 yards on the last drive, so it's 34 yards of offense in the first half by the Miami Dolphins. I mean, indoors on carpet, that is a shocking number.
Give credit to the Colt defense, which was impregnable before the 80-yard drive that got Miami its touchdown. On first down here, Marino looking for an open O.J. McDuffie out at the 38-yard line. Eugene Daniel there on the coverage, but McDuffie had room to make the catch.
Good protection, starts up front, gave Dan Marino a time to look around the defense. He finds McDuffie running the square end. You see Marino has time to set all those. Siragusa again, 98 right in his face, but a nice first down completion. Now there is so much pressure on the Miami Dolphins offense this opening drive of the second half.
17-yard gain on Marino's first throw of the second half. Gives him 77 yards passing in the game. Parmalee, who was running extremely well in the second quarter, has a gain of about 5 here. Across the 40 to the 43, Stephen Grant with the stop for Indianapolis.
Lamps, I would even go so far to say this opening drive of the second half is going to be the determining factor of what the outcome is for this football game. Keith Byers down on the field. Of course, he got hurt here last year with a knee injury.
So we'll find out what the story is with Byers, who caught Marino's record-breaking TD pass.
Tina, it's me. I'm temping. Some office. It's just one guy. I think he's just starting.
Is the phone for me?
No. Ward and Associates?
Jim Ward. I can do that if you want. I got him right here. No problem.
Oh, hi. It's your mother.
Ma, can I call you later?
Your stuff is printing.
I could have that ready as well. Tonight. I could put my whole team on it if you like. Absolutely.
This isn't just any sport utility vehicle. It's the first one from a luxury car maker. With heated seats, retractable mirrors, and power moonroof. The new Acura SLX. It's the most civilized way to leave civilization.
The NFL on NBC is brought to you by Acura, who introduces the Acura SLX, the most civilized way to leave civilization. By Polaroid. Get the surprising Polaroid talking camera this holiday and get instant smiles. By Microsoft. Where do you want to go today? And by Wendy's Monterey Ranch Chicken Sandwich. Get something you love for the holidays.
Keith Byers leaving the field and headed toward the Miami locker room. The latest piece of bad news for the struggling Dolphins. And meanwhile, Bob Trumpy, you have a souvenir. Would you like to tell our audience about it?
It says 343 on it. This is the one that Dan Marino threw from this end. Keith Byers caught on this end for the record breaker.
And Byers lugged it in from 6 yards out, breaking 2 tackles. What would be terrible for the Dolphins would be if this is the only souvenir ball they take home today.
Oh, my goodness. I can't imagine that.
Second down, 4 yards to go for Marino and company. Bernie Parmalee has first down yardage out near the 50. And the Dolphin running game has gotten cranked up in these last 2 drives. Koryat and Harrod making the stop.
Jim, two things can get Miami back in this football game. One is on offense, the running game. Establish some control of the line of scrimmage. Excellent job by Parmalee waiting for the blocks to develop. An excellent block out in front of him by Robert Wilson, number 49. Wilson is primarily just a run blocker. Wilson leaves and Terry Kirby comes in. The other way that the Dolphins can get back in the game is the Colts have to help. They have to cough it up, turn it over.
Wilson is Keith Byers' replacement at fullback. Now with both Kirby and Parmalee in, Marino throws. And McDuffie went in. Marino was looking for an out.
That's that nuclear quarterback stare. And they all got that. And the real great ones, I mean, you talk about meltdown. Here's the receiver down here. And when Marino goes to throw it, it's double zone. Corners up, safeties out. Receivers goes inside. Marino expects it outside. And then they try to burn holes right through your body with those eyes.
And he can do it. 2nd down 10. Football at midfield. Open in the flat is Parmalee.
Whoa.
Breaks the first tackle and gets first down yardage inside the 40 to about the 37. Ray Buchanan, number 34, was there, but Parmalee with a burst of speed and power.
Ran right over Ray Buchanan. Just a little out route run by the running back. Watch this hit. Buchanan sets himself. Goodbye. Eject. Pancake. 13 yards and a first down pickup.
And we're told that Keith Byers has only a bruise to his right knee and may well return to the football game. That's good news for the Dolphins. 13-yard pickup. Marino to Parmalee on the last play.
Blitz.
Pressure. Marino releases to Parmalee. Almost got the completion. Danny goes down hard under Tony McCoy, number 61, and Quentin Coriat, number 55.
Quentin Coriat, who's right here, he's outside Eric Green, the tight end, and there's been constant pressure on Dan Marino today, and he just beats Eric Green. And then Sims, 69, tries to come out. Now there's 3 guys there, all over Dan Marino.
Marino sacked 4 times Monday night by the 49ers. Colts have gotten one today. Randall Hill in the football game at wide receiver on 2nd down 10. Terry Kirby in the flat. And Kirby tries to split the tacklers for the first down. Gets close to the marker at about the 27-yard line. Coriat again there to help with the stop along with Eugene Daniel.
And Jim, I don't know what the situation is with Terry Kirby. To my knowledge, he's healthy. He's not played much in this football game. And he is a great value to the offense because he's as good a receiver as he is runner. And now with Byers out, maybe Kirby gets a little more involved in this passing game. But had the same type of knee injury that Byers did last year, just short of the first down, says Bob McElwee. And Terry Kirby's about 2 months ahead in his rehab. Neither is 100% yet.
And on 3rd and inches, Kirby will leave the field. Wilson comes back on to block from the fullback position. 3 tight ends in the game for the Dolphins. Eric Green, Ronnie Williams, and Frank Wainwright, number 82, signed a couple weeks ago to be the long snapper and getting some blocking duty at tight end. Colts go with their base defense on 3rd and inches at the 27.
You got to think it's behind Sims and Webb, left side of the offense.
Motion behind Sims and Webb. Parmalee diving. Easy first down pickup down near the 25-yard line. Stephen Grant with the tackle for Indianapolis.
Yeah, this is no time to be tricky. You've got 2 Pro Bowl offensive linemen on the left-hand side of Webb and Sims. You run motion to him. Eric Green at 280 playing tight end. Parmalee lays out and picks up the first down.
Keith Byers with a right knee bruise, likely to return in the game, not back on the field yet. McDuffie in motion behind Marino. The pitch to Parmalee. And Bernie Parmalee has a gain of about 3 before Siragusa made the stop. Shula standing behind Tony Nathan on the sideline. Siragusa, who was recruited to Pitt largely on the strength of his desire to meet Dan Marino.
Yes, he thought as a kid that he got a phone call from Dan Marino. And when he got to Pitt, Found out that the coaches are impersonating former players like Dan Marino, Hugh Green, and others. Hey, this is Dan Marino. You ought to come to Pitt. And Tony went.
Dan got a laugh out of it last night. Second down, 10th play of the drive. Parmalee outside has first down yardage inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. Grant chasing.
And Jim, now in control of the line of scrimmage is the Miami Dolphins offense. Again, they're going to get around this defense by running the sweep. And the guard pulls out here, and there's nobody even close. Tom McHale does an excellent job. Parmalee just waits for him. Stephen Grant finally pushes him out of bounds, but this by far, without penalty, the best drive of the day by the Dolphins.
And the great story of Bernie Parmalee continues as Keith Byers returns to the field. Parmalee, the fourth-year veteran out of Ball State. He came from special teams only to become the featured running back. Here, Kirby on first down has a gain of about a yard before Jeff Herrod stops him for the Colts. Byers making his presence known to Don Shula, looking to get back into the football game.
Well, what do you do here? You know, Eric Green hasn't gotten the ball much today. Down in these situations, tight ends, I think, are a great value to an offense.
Football at the 11-yard line, 2nd and 9 after the 1-yard gain by Kirby. Kirby still on the field as the setback behind Marino. Dan looks at the 5. It's Eric Green, and the 280-pound tight end is wrestled down by number 49, strong safety David Tate.
Unusual formation forced the Colts to take a linebacker away from Eric Green, so he had a free release off the line of scrimmage. Here's Green right here. Here's the linebacker who should usually be on him. He just runs the out, but unfortunately he didn't run it deep enough to pick up the first down. But you're asking a lot of the safety to cover a 280-pound tight end with no bump at the line of scrimmage.
Third down, 3 yards to go with the football at the 5. Kirby and Wilson behind Marino. Crowd making it tough. McDuffie with the catch. Alley-oop in the corner of the end zone, and O.J. McDuffie out-jumps Eugene Daniels.
And beautifully thrown by Dan Marino. Remember yesterday when Jim Harbaugh told us one of the things that Lindy Infante has taught me is that I can still throw it when the guy's covered. O.J. McDuffie is covered, but Marino throws it in the spot where McDuffie has a chance to make the catch, and he does. That's another part of Dan Marino's brilliance. Harbaugh had to learn that 6 years into his career. Marino came into the game with that, and he's done that throughout his career.
Dolphins will go for 2.
There's life.
Trailing 24-12, trying to cut the margin to 10. McDuffie in motion back to the weak side. And Marino looking that way, comes back across the middle to Green. So the Dolphins come out of the gate in the second half with a textbook drive. Get the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and we got a ball game again in Indy.
This isn't just any sport utility vehicle. It's the first one from a luxury car maker. With heated seats, retractable mirrors, and power moonroof. The new Acura SLX. It's the most civilized way to leave civilization.
Sir, they're in the shapes of little portals. And when you walk, they bark.
Shopping for the holidays?
We have 2 gigabytes, 16 megs of RAM.
We have a suggestion to help you through it.
It's a virtual reality mask. Look out, we're being invaded by spacemen.
Come to Wendy's for a delicious Monterey Ranch chicken sandwich. It's a whole breast filet, Monterey Jack, and a dollop of creamy ranch dressing blended with bacon.
That way everyone gets something they love for the holidays.
Come to Wendy's for a Monterey Ranch chicken sandwich today.
Mortgage payments, college tuition, career choices. People can get so lost in their day-to-day concerns that they simply avoid planning for their retirement. Unfortunately, that's life. New York Life has all kinds of life insurance policies to help make sure you enjoy your retirement. We can even help you catch up if you started planning late. That's New York Life, the company you keep.
Tonight at a special time, the biggest movie ever made.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
The return of Jurassic Park, tonight at 8:30, 7:30 Central on NBC.
In Indianapolis, Dan Marino and the Dolphins have just completed a 79-yard drive in 13 plays. Took 6 minutes, 12 seconds off the clock to open the second half. Got the first two-point conversion in franchise history and narrowed Indianapolis's margin from 24-6 to 24-14. Stojanovic to kick it away. Aaron Bailey deep to receive for Indianapolis. Bailey replacing Ronald Humphrey, who's out with a rib injury. Bailey had a touchdown catch in the first half. Here he is belted down as he reaches the 20-yard line. Frankie Smith, number 29, downfield to make the tackle for Miami.
There's some enthusiasm. The good news is now to start the second half, the Dolphins take the ball, 13 plays to score. Bad news is their defense is about to take the field. And in the first half, the Colts shredded them. This is enthusiasm, some life. Yeah, that drive put a little spark in the Miami Dolphins. Now let's see if it carries to the defense.
Big possession here for the Miami defenders and defensive coordinator Tom Olivadotti. Dolphins are emotionally back into the football game. Can they make it stick? Harbaugh in the first half, 9 of 12. Throwing on first down, complete here to Sean Dawkins. Dawkins with the nifty move, gets the first down. J.B. Brown finally pushed him out of bounds. Michael Stewart was the man around whom Dawkins ran for first down yardage.
That's the way this game started. Basically a non-pattern to a receiver out on the outside. Watch, he just 2-3 steps. J.B. Brown is expecting something else. I mean, that's just, hey, why don't you just let me get open and you throw me the ball? That's what Sean Dawkins did.
16-yard pickup on first down. Now Harbaugh and company from the 35. Harbaugh away from pressure. Cuts it up inside and has 8 yards across the 40 to the 43. Klingbeil made the stop. Let's check in with Greg Gumbel in our New York studio.
All right, Jim, the Buffalo Bills looking pretty relentless as they look for a 9-3 record after today. Thurman Thomas, 1-yard touchdown run. The 2-point conversion was missed. The Bills are leading New England 25-13 in the third, Jim.
Unexpected glory continues for Buffalo, and the disastrous season for the Parcells Pats also
What a
continues.
turnaround year to year. Absolutely remarkable.
Jim Harbaugh has just made his 4th carry for 32 yards. Marshall Faulk can't slip away from number 51, Brian Cox, and there's Cox's great strength as a middle linebacker, his ability to chase down ball carriers.
Yeah, and finally you get a little emotion out of Brian Cox. The one thing that Don Shula told us about Brian Cox last night, look, he does drive you crazy, but we knew all that when we drafted him. We'll take the entire package. He's a great player. We know he goes ballistic quite often. He drives us crazy. Those are all his best attributes. Off the field, he's quiet, shy, not unassuming, but not the same Brian Cox that plays on the field in the NFL.
It's third down and a long yard to go for a first down after Cox's big play against Falk. Harbaugh fakes to Potts. Has plenty of room to pick up the first down and does so out to the 49-yard line.
Lamps, what a weapon. That's twice now in this series, all receivers covered. Harbaugh turns total coverage into a positive play. It's the double tight end set. You got Bana 83 and also Dilger. All right, you cover them, I'm going to run. I'm not afraid to. Even with the pulled groin muscle. I mean, and Trace Armstrong, you saw him when he get darn. You know, we got everything done right. And Harbaugh converts the third down into a first down.
5 carries for 38 yards. This is the dimension that Steve Young gives to the 49ers. Conventional wisdom. How long can he keep it up? Plenty of time there for Harbaugh. Throw is complete. Marshall Faulk in the flat. Very short gain. Lewis Oliver there to make the stop for Miami.
Here's Wolford on Marco Coleman. Of course, Wolford, we just saw a clip of the Buffalo Bills, and he was up there when the Bills were going to Super Bowl after Super Bowl after Super Bowl. Part of one of the greatest offensive lines I think I've ever seen in modern day football. He and Kent Hull and House Ballard, Jim Richer. That was a magnificent group because they ran so many plays. You know, they never had a huddle. They never had a rest.
8 of 3 on Falk's 4th catch of the game. 2nd down 7. Harbaugh in trouble and dumped from behind by Brian Cox. Blitz works for the Dolphins. And you told me at halftime, Trump, they are not by nature a blitzing team.
No, they are not. They are not good enough coverage down the field to go with the blitz. This is a 5-man rush, and Cox, the middle linebacker, gets by the blocker, and that's the first sack of the day by the Miami Dolphins, and some life. Here's Brian Cox right over here. They try to block him with Roosevelt Potts. Dixon, 69, tries to help out a little bit. He beats both of them for the sack.
Loss of 5. It's now 3rd down, 12 to go. 7 defensive backs in the game for the Dolphins. And timeout, Indianapolis, as for the 4th time in the game, Jim Harbaugh wants a longer look. We'll be back.
Business is about as predictable as the weather. You never know when a storm's going to hit. But for those unpredictable problems...
And you need it when?
UPS has solutions so predictable, they're guaranteed. From same-day service in as little as 4 hours to overnight delivery as early as 8 a.m. Plus, guaranteed 2- and 3-day services. Whenever you want it there, wherever in the world you want it.
We're back in business.
Nobody offers as many on-time options as UPS. Nobody.
Lasagna, sausage, and a spicy meatball.
But you know I can't eat this. I'll be up all night with heartburn.
Your appetizer.
New Pepsid AC acid controller.
This one little pill can stop heartburn before it starts. Just take this one now before dinner. It'll prevent heartburn all night long.
Bless you.
Pepsid, now available without a prescription.
I think it needs a little more spice.
You can be heartburn-free with new Pepsid AC, the strongest, longest acid controller.
Coming up next, Game 2 of our NFL on NBC doubleheader. Last week, triple threat Cordell Stewart showed his stuff as the Steelers rallied to bash the Bengals. Now, red-hot Pittsburgh, leaders in the AFC Central, face the Browns, or the Broncos battle the Oilers, or the Seahawks host the Jets, next on NBC.
Jim, that last play, you see Marshall Faulk pointing here. You got defensive back, defensive back, defensive back, defensive back. There's also one way out here. Faulk and Harbaugh are pointing over here. I'm not so sure that the Colts don't have this built into the game plan. Let's go to this formation, see how Miami deploys defensively against it, and then we'll call a play. If they come out in the same formation with the 3 receivers over there in kind of a covey of quail effect, I'm telling you, it's built into the game plan. That's how smart Lindy Infante is.
Well, don't jab with a jabber. You know, if you're going to get caught in a chess game with Lindy Infante, you better change the defensive alignment this time around.
Yeah, but they've changed the formation. It's not the same formation offensively here.
It's 3rd down 12. 3 wideouts. Blitz. And Harbaugh goes down again, and Brian Cox was again the man to get through on the 5-man pass rush, but the flag is down.
I think he got a hold of Harbaugh's face mask.
Terrible break for Miami.
Personal foul, number 51, defense 15 yards. Face mask, 15 from you. 15 yards on the first down.
Totally inadvertent. Totally inadvertent. Took his hand off immediately. I mean, the league is asking these players to do an awful lot. I mean, you got people hanging on you. You see Matthew 74 ripping Cox's right arm. Yeah, he grabbed the side of the helmet. There's no question about that. I don't view that as a major penalty, but it does produce a first down for the Colts.
It's as bad a break as Olivedade and the Dolphins could have gotten at that moment. It was a drive-stopping play.
Yes, it was.
Which instead becomes a first down for Indianapolis at the Miami 44. Faulk slicing down near the 40. Chris Singleton makes the stop for Miami.
And Jim, this Miami Dolphin football team is so fragile at this point, and especially the defensive side of the ball because of the yards they've given up in the first half. Coming out the second half, offense does its job. Now the defense must respond. Just a little play like that you've got them stopped, but it does turn into a first down. It's a shell game. It can come apart at the seams very quickly.
Marshall Faulk, 15 carries for 47 yards. Brian Cox trying to keep his composure on the Miami side of the ball after the tough face mask penalty. Second down 6, and Faulk is dropped. 10th play coming in the drive. Steve Emptman made the play for Miami at the line of scrimmage.
With an assist from Brian Cox. Dolphins are now resorting to the blitz to put a little more pressure on this offense. You're going to see from behind the defense, right-hand side of the screen, see Brian Cox. He's up there to take on Roosevelt Potts. He and Emptman make the tackle. Now, the payoff for the other side is Colts have to throw something underneath to beat the blitz.
Third down, 6 yards to go. Football at the 40. Under 3 minutes to go in the third period. Colts leading by 10. Colts 5 of 9 on third downs. Harbaugh's throw almost picked off by Vincent. Intended for Brian Stabline. Great coverage inside by Troy Vincent.
Yeah, finally stopped him. Finally. It's been all day since they did. But they did their job. Good pressure again. A 4-man rush. Brian Cox on the outside. And actually, Vincent was more of a receiver than Stabline was there.
You talk about inside technique. He took the slant pattern completely away. O.J. McDuffie deep to receive the punt. Colts are electing to put this one with Gardocki. And Gardocki boots it high, angling toward the corner. McDuffie will let it go. It's going to be downed inside the 10. Good job of managing field position there by Indianapolis. 30-yard punt inside the 10. Miami ball when we come back.
Whatever you have to do to get to Subway, do it! Because right now you can get an Ace Ventura meal deal. It features a hot 6-inch Subway melt sub loaded with delicious turkey, succulent ham, and crisp bacon topped with melted cheese, plus fresh fixins. You also get an Ace Ventura Collector's Cup and valuable coupons.
Hey, you took our parking spot. Subway, what a sandwich.
I've always wanted to do this. With NFL Sunday Ticket on DirecTV, you get up to 13 regular season games live every Sunday. So if Washington is blowing out the Bucs, just switch to the 49ers Saints game. But hey, is Emmitt Smith breaking the rushing record? Are the Giants crushing the Eagles? You get it. Not on cable, but with DirecTV and this. Now that's a game plan.
Get the last 5 weeks of NFL Sunday Ticket free for a limited time when you get a DSS dish and DirecTV Total Choice. Don't miss the best of the regular season.
Since golf began, fathers have passed on their knowledge of the game from generation to generation. Next weekend, golf legends Johnny Miller, Lee Trevino, Ray Floyd, Hale Irwin, Tom Weisskopf, and more team up with their sons for the inaugural Office Depot Father-Son Challenge, a family affair, next weekend on NBC.
Well, do you listen to Joe Green, Bob?
Absolutely, even from here.
Brian Cox and Louis Oliver among the Miami defenders listening to mean Joe Green.
Yeah, when that guy played for the Pittsburgh Steelers, look at the job the Dolphins have done here in the last 2 drives. Last of the first half, first of the second half. That's a turnaround. Now can they go
90 here?
Yeah.
If they go 90 here, that stat will look even more impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. If there's one quarterback in the league you'd like to have in this spot, is there anybody other than Dan Marino you'd pick?
Well, I think he's probably the master architect of the 90-yard drive. If you look over the course of the past 13 years. First and 10. McDuffie in motion. Flags down.
That looked like it was on the right guard, pulling out quick.
False start prior to the snap. Number 72 offense. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Journeyman Tom McHale getting a start today because Burt Widener couldn't go. Chris Gray has already been lost for the season.
Yeah, he's right here. Sometimes, those defensive linemen will cheat on you. They'll yell, "Hut!" And the kids, the rookies, they move.
8th penalty against Miami. Now becomes 1st and 15 from the 5. Parmalee hemmed in after a gain of 3. Tony Siragusa makes the stop for Indianapolis.
You know, the last 2 drives been successful for Miami, and they have really emphasized the run to get control of the line of scrimmage. They can't go away from that. That's why a 5-yard penalty hurts them so much in this situation.
2nd down 12, football at the 8-yard line. Siragusa comes off.
I also noticed that Byers has yet to take the field. Still not back in there. It's still Robert Wilson at fullback.
And Wilson, number 49, is not a running or receiving threat. Marino in trouble. Safety. Number 56, Tony Bennett, stopping Marino in the end zone.
Third sack of the day. The last guy that Marino wants to pump the ball to is Robert Wilson, 49. Going to come in a picture to the left. Great job by Bennett. Again, he beats Richmond Webb. 2 points, punt, and the Colts get the ball back.
Sai, ho finito la mia tesi di laurea.
Bravo, nonno.
Ho fatto tutte le mie ricerche, musica dalla Indiana University. Sì. La biblioteca della facoltà. L'IBM l'ha digitalizzata. Così con internet avrò accesso alla musica quando vuoi. Sì, sono proprio quei tempi questi.
No one knows why they play Follow the Leader, but at least we know who they've been following. Sea-Doo, the best-selling boat in the world.
You want to see how injuries have an effect on a team? Here's Wilson. Would normally be Byers. He runs this route. The last time Marino pumps the ball, he's going to throw it to Wilson. Wilson is covered, but I think if Byers is there, he's got the confidence. That pump is to Wilson. He doesn't get it off. Bennett sacks him in the end zone. 2 points. Third sack of the day for the Colts.
So now it's a free kick for the Dolphins as Keith Byers watches from the sideline again. Bruised his knee earlier in this period and therefore has not been on the field for recent action. John Kidd will kick it away for Miami. Ray Buchanan comes up to eyeball it for the Colts and takes it at his 28 and has a lot of running room all the way to the 48-yard line, make it the 49, and the Colts will have excellent field position from there. Now with a 12-point lead. And there's a fight. Dwayne Dotson, number 59, is a reserve linebacker out of Mississippi for the Dolphins. And Ray McElroy, number 40, is a special teams reserve defensive back for the Colts. They're the ones who got involved in the skirmish on the free kick.
Now, well, no flags, no nothing. Colts set up here again with great field positions.
And having regained the momentum on the strength of that safety. So we mentioned the good piece of field position management when Gardocki got his punt down at the 10. And from there, the Colt defense took over. Harbaugh to Falk. It's been another rough day for Marshall Falk, who has not seen a lot of air this year. Brian Cox there to make the stop this time. Falk has to satisfy himself for 2 yards, 17 carries for 48 in the game.
Yeah, but you know, even though he may not have a big game on Sunday, teams spend the entire week preparing for him. You can't play the Colts without accounting for Marshall Falk on every snap.
Klingbeil comes off the field and Emptman goes in on 2nd down 9 for the Colts. We're told that Chris Singleton, starting outside linebacker for Miami, has a bruised shoulder and he'll be out for the remainder of the game. Aubrey Beavers, number 53, comes on to replace him, and here's a flag. And Harbaugh will come to the sideline again.
40-second timeout.
This time a 40-second timeout.
Yeah, gives us time for this story. Remember back in '83, first pick in the draft owned by the Baltimore Colts. They took John Elway. He refused to show up. Do you realize what the Colts have gone through quarterback-wise since? If John Elway had signed, they wouldn't have had to go through all these guys. Who is this guy?
Ed Luther? Well, he played for San Diego as well.
Oh, okay.
You know that.
All right, okay. All right, then tell me, who is this guy?
That one I'm not so sure about.
Who is this guy?
Well,
how about this guy? How about
Ricky
this guy?
Turner's from Washington State.
Yeah, Terry Nugent.
Well, that's during the strike year. He was a replacement quarterback.
We're not done yet. Look at this. There's Ed Luther again. Do you realize what this franchise has gone through when John Elway said, I'm not coming?
Aren't there 27 of them? Didn't we count 27 QBs?
In the meantime, in that '83 draft, first pick was John Elway. Last pick was Dan Marino. He could have been here for his entire career.
Well, and how typical is it of the Indianapolis Colts that this year they solved the quarterback problem by getting Craig Erickson from Tampa Bay.
Paying him $3 million.
So that Harbaugh could lead the league in passing.
It's very easy. It's very simple. There's nothing to it.
Second down 9, football at the 49. Banta in motion. Potts breaks through and has a gain of 6. Aubrey Beavers and Louis Oliver making the stop for the Dolphins. There's Beavers on the field replacing Singleton now.
Boy, is this Roosevelt Potts a ball-peen hammer or what? Head down, shoulder square. Go ahead, take me on. Try it. Louis Oliver hits him. Beavers hits him. They all take a corner. You don't hit this kid flush. He will make mashed potatoes out of you.
The 260-pound third-year fullback out of Northeast Louisiana has a gain of 6 there. And it makes it third down 3 with the football at the 43. Harbaugh out of the shotgun.
Blitz.
3 wide receivers. Blitz. One-on-one coverage. And he never turned around and looked. J.B. Brown running with Sean Dawkins. Never tried to find the football. And the Colts will get the call.
You're absolutely right. If he turns around and makes any attempt to see this football, they don't throw the flag. Again, great call.
Pass interference, 37 defense, first down.
Even a glance there.
Yeah,
just one look.
He took the lazy way out. Didn't turn his head around. But a good call by Lindy Infante, expecting the blitz, got the blitz. He goes with the man-to-man coverage, and I don't think there's any question that J.B. Brown impeded Dawkins' ability to catch the football. That is, turn around. If they're both looking at it, there's no flag.
Well, to whatever degree it was a tough call for the official, Brown made it easy for him by not trying to make a play on the ball.
Absolutely. That's the detail you expect of a Shula coach
36-yard
team.
penalty mark-off against the Dolphins. Potts from the 7 is dropped by Michael Stewart. And that is the end of the third quarter. So with Indianapolis holding on to its 26-14 lead, we'll be back after these messages from your stations.
A special Unsolved Mysteries, NBC Tonight. The strange death of Brandon Lee. Was he killed by the same curse that took his father? Unsolved after football, NBC Tonight.
Recently, the Broncos and 49ers showcased their talents in Tokyo.
Love is a many splendid thing.
At Zone West Karaoke.
By your man. Blame it on the bossa nova. The dance of love.
Where the players brought no ability to carry a tune, but did bring their Visa card.
Was it the moon?
Because Zone West can accept just about anything, except American Express.
Everybody sing. It's the April rose that only...
Nothing can stop you. No one can block you. Nothing can get in your way. Once you've seen the no annual fee NFL Visa card, now available from MBNA America, the exclusive issuer of the NFL Team Visa cards. This card lets you take your favorite team everywhere you take your Visa. How do you get yours? Run, leap, dash. Just get to the phone and call
1-800-NFL-9919. Apply now because when you use your no annual fee NFL Visa, you get a low introductory annual percentage rate. Plus these crowd pleasers. The NFL 100 Greatest Touchdowns video free. NFL Report, the Insider's Guide. And up to 20% discounts on select officially licensed NFL merchandise. So let nothing get in your way. Call 1-800-NFL-9919 now to apply for your no annual fee NFL Visa with the NFL Shield or any team logo. Call 1-800-NFL-9919 now. Operators are standing by.
This is NFL. Written consent of the NFL is prohibited.
Fourth quarter begins in the RCA Dome. Dolphins and Colts both 6-5 coming in the thick of the battle for a wild card playoff berth. The winner today seizes a big advantage, and the loser has an uphill fight.
They got personnel problems here for the Dolphins. They can't get the right people on the field. Timeout taken by Miami, and that'll cost the coordinator his job. That's happened several times this year. The late choice by Tom Olivedati, he's explaining it to Don Shula, but of course he's adjusting his defense to the personnel put on the field by the offense, and they had to burn a timeout.
Tom Olivedati toasted in the South Florida newspapers this week, at least as badly as his defensive backs were burned by the 49ers Monday night.
No question about it, but he's been the defensive coordinator for 9 years. That's the longest a defensive coordinator has been with a team in the NFL. Nobody has been here that long, any longer than that. And when you've got an offense that includes Dan Marino, Don Shula, you're going to get a lot of heat. There's no way around it.
Shula's loyalty to Olivedati, personal or professional?
No, I think it's both. He likes Tom. Tom is a very hard worker. He is deadpan honest. And Shula, frankly, has put an awful lot of people on the offense to support Dan Marino, and in years kind of left the defense by itself. Olivedati never complained.
Second down from the 5.
How can that not be a penalty? Well, J.B. Brown had a hold of Sean Dawkins when the ball was in the air, no flag thrown.
And a blitzing Aubrey Beavers was in on top of Harbaugh.
And Dolphins do come with a blitz, but well, there's a bunch of contact there for, I don't know, maybe there's Velcro on the bottom of that pocket for the official. Can't get the flag out or something.
It was a 36-yard call against Brown that put the Colts in this situation. That time Brown escapes flagless after the hang-up with Sean Dawkins. Third down now with the ball at the 5.
Dawkins.
And number 91, Jeff Cross, finalizes the sack, as this time Tom Olivedati's defense had the answer.
Oh man, the sack came at the right time because Sean Dawkins is open in the end zone, wide open. Here's Dawkins right here. He's going to run the in route on a little delay, but the pressure doesn't allow Jim Harbaugh to get the ball up. Look at it, standing right in the middle there. Oh man, was that a timely sack.
Dawkins made the cut just as Harbaugh had to turn his right shoulder away from the goal line and had no chance to throw. The field goal try is up and good. Gary Blanchard once again nails it, and another altercation on the field. Is that Cox?
Sure it is. Of course it is.
Cox and Kirk Loudermilk going at each other.
You know things are going tough when you get in a fight on a field goal attempt.
31-yard field goal for Gary Blanchard, though, has lengthened Indianapolis's lead over Miami. It's 29-14 with 14 minutes, 36 seconds to go in the game. And we'll be back to the RCA Dome for the rest of this.
The internet will be the biggest thing to hit business since the Industrial Revolution. The internet will be nothing more than a chat line for physicists and video game addicts. Someday your web address will be more important than your phone number. One day on the internet, a modern-day Attila the Hun will loot and pillage all in his path. One day on the internet, the Colonel's secret formula will whiz past the secret formula for Pepsi. There are many visions of what the internet will become. The Truth is, no one really knows what's going to happen. But as the computer company with the most internet experience, we've learned to engineer systems that anticipate this vast uncertainty, so that you and your company can approach it as one huge opportunity. Digital, whatever it takes.
We've invested billions to help businesses grow, and provided billions more to improve homes and finance educations. We developed special insurance to pay for nursing home care, and low-cost life insurance for people over 50. Because at Transamerica, we sell life insurance, but our real business is improving your life. Transamerica, life insurance, leasing, commercial, and consumer loans.
The NFL on NBC is brought to you by Digital Equipment Corporation. Digital, whatever it takes. By Hertz, for business, for pleasure. Nobody does it exactly like Hertz. And by American Express.
Jim Lampley along with Bob Trumpy in the RCA Dome, where the Indianapolis Colts had just gotten another field goal from Carrie Blanchard to stretch their margin to 29-14. O.J. McDuffie takes Gardaki's kickoff and is blasted by number 32, Zach Crockett, the reserve fullback, after a 20-yard return. Crockett, rookie out of Florida State, gets a lot of support as he comes off the field.
McDuffie, an excellent return man, but Crockett just happens to be right in the spot.
Take a listen.
That never works, does it? We could hear it live action. It never seems to work when we do it on replay with sound.
1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Marino and company. And another sack for Tony Bennett. So Bennett has sacks on 2 consecutive plays against the Miami offense.
Yeah, against Richmond Webb. The Pro Bowl offensive tackle. That's Bennett's 3rd sack of the day. How bad is it when your best offensive lineman is being beaten consistently? Goodness. There he is. Yeah, Webb was very late off the ball. Very late. And anytime an offensive tackle can't get his hand off the ground at the snap of the ball, advantage defensive end.
5-yard sack of Marino by Bennett. That's what the Colts wanted when they lured in here from Green Bay. This time Marino goes to the screen. Parmalee with running room. Gets it out to the 30 to the 31-yard line before Bennett and Buchanan make the stop. Let's check in with Greg Gumbel in New York.
All right, Jim, in Buffalo, the Patriots refuse to roll over. Bledsoe to bend coats for the 2nd time this afternoon. This one from 4 yards out, under 11 minutes to play in regulation. 25-20, Buffalo leads New England. Jim and Trump, back to you.
Touchdown pass there, but another tough day for Bledsoe. You saw the numbers at the bottom line, Bob Trumpy, 17 of 38 and 3 interceptions.
Yeah, he only throws to Coates.
3rd down, 4 yards to go. The football at the 31. Marino's pass is complete to number 84, Gary Clark, and Clark leans toward the stick, trying to get it across the 35 for the 1st down as Jeff Harrod had him wrapped up.
And now you see the veterans in the ball game. Clark, Byers is back in. You've got Eric Green. You've also got Irving Fryer. Fellas, we've been here before. We need your leadership. We're in trouble. We got to get it done. They go to the guys who know it best.
And forget dominating the AFC as they anticipated at the start of the season. They need a wild card playoff drive to start now. Parmalee, new life in the offense from his running. Jason Belzer makes the stop. Bernie got 10 and is close to another 1st down.
A good cutback run here by Bernie Parmalee. The pitch, lead block by Byers, and then right here he cuts back on the inside, gets himself another 3 or 4 yards. This is what Miami's now done best in the 2nd, 3rd, and beginning of the 4th quarter here, but it's very time-consuming, Jim.
4 years ago, Parmalee was loading packages for UPS when he convinced the Dolphins to give him a $1,000 bonus to help pay off his visa bill.
Yes.
Didn't even pay the whole visa bill. Just some help with it.
Yeah, he went back to the Dolphins and asked for that deal because his original agent
asked for $12,000.
$12,000,
which was way too much.
Yeah, it was over his visa limit, and the Dolphins knew that. They didn't sign him. He comes back on his knees. He says, please.
And he's got a chance this year to become their first 1,000-yard rusher since Delvin Williams back in the 70s.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? And he's such a valuable special teams player. They really didn't want to make a running back out of him.
They measured inches short of the first down, so it's 2nd down 1 after the Parmalee run. Marino wants a free shot, and it's almost picked off by Harrod. Green was farther downfield, but Jeff Harrod found the spot.
Double zone linebacker coverage on the tight end. The tight end is sitting here. He's coming down the middle, but Harrod does get his hand up and knock the ball away just at the last moment. Good job by Grant, 59, at least holding Green up, and then Harrod positions himself beautifully to break up that pass.
On a field littered with players from Ole Miss, Harrod is one of them. He and Tony Bennett providing a lot of Ole Miss defense for the Colts. 3rd and very short. 3 tight ends in the game. Parmalee slices for the first down. David Tate made the stop. Parmalee is close to the 50. Miami still with the football and a first down. Clock running at 12 minutes to go.
John Elway in his career has gotten all the credit, I guess, because they've been more dramatic. But Dan Marino with his fourth quarter comebacks. I'll get it out here in a minute. Certainly in the same category as John Elway when it comes to dramatics.
Parmalee, 18 carries for 94 yards. Make it 19 for 97 as he goes for 3 before Coriat makes the stop.
Look at boundless energy. He gets up, he's ready to go again. The Dolphins are almost in the point here. They're not in a hurry-up offense, but they don't want to spend an awful lot of time in the huddle here.
And of course, the story of how Parmalee signed is only the beginning, because then he gets on the team and becomes the special teams star, indispensable to all the special teams units, until Dan Marino says to Don Shula, you know, he runs like a wild man in practice. Yes. Why don't we try him at tailback?
And it works.
2nd down 7. Marino's pass is caught by Kirby. First down yardage and more inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Dolphins are starting to heat up, and the Colts are beginning to watch the clock just a little bit.
Excellent call. Great protection again by the offensive line allows this pattern to unfold. You're going to see Kirby coming across the middle underneath, and then look at this kid's acceleration and speed. Runs right away from Jeff Harrod. Also has the ability to put his shoulder down. He's over that knee injury. This kid is a heck of a weapon.
First down Miami inside the 20. Parmalee with another first down inside the 10. Ray Buchanan with the stop.
He looks like the Energizer Bunny, doesn't he? Right back up on his feet. Back and ready to go. This is the out and up run by Parmalee. And Marino throws it to him right at the first down marker.
Went to Ball State University, did Parmalee. Played enough there to be a letterman.
He was a baseball player too, wasn't he?
First and goal from the 9. Crowd wants to make it tough. Marino looks at Green. And tries Clark at the back of the end zone with no success. Gary Clark says he was held.
Yeah, and Eric Green was open. Dan Marino was looking at both of them. Chose Clark at the back of the end zone. He had 2 chances there, Jim. You're going to see him look over. There's Clark on the inside. Well, we don't see Eric Green. He's sitting on the outside of 59, Stephen Grant. There's the contact. No flag. Ball was in the air. Again, let's see if we can pick up Eric Green. There he is, wide open, standing in the end zone.
Second and goal at the 9. Parmalee. A 3-yard gain gets Parmalee to 100 yards total in the game. He's the first running back to go for 100 against the Colts in the past 25 games.
Yeah, that's how good this defense has been. This has been all Bernie Parmalee here on this drive. Running and catching, and it looks like he's still got some reserve left. But he's taking the sideline, and here comes Terry Kirby into the game.
And it's going to be 3rd down goal for the Dolphins at the 5-yard line.
Yeah,
so big call upcoming.
This is 2-down area.
Yeah.
Down by 15. You don't get it here, you go for it on 4th down too.
No setback behind Marino. Touchdown. Irving Fryer.
Was that pretty? Irving Fryer was not even into his break when that ball left Dan Marino's hand. Watch this. Marino lets it go now. You can see it. I mean, that's beautiful. As Marino said, there was no defense for the perfect pass. And
Eugene Daniel got a finger on the ball. Just didn't get enough of it. Look at this. Daniel just barely flicked it, but didn't quite get enough. So Marino's third touchdown pass of the game. Number 345 of his career. Dolphins get it to 29-20 and will try to make it 29-22. Clark in motion. Fade for Clark. Didn't work. Score remains Colts 29, Dolphins 20, 8:51 to go.
Take the time up to love someone.
Maybe you helped and didn't know it. Maybe you were part of it and just forgot. Maybe you supported it and still wondered, will it reach the people who really need it? Or maybe you said, sure, this may help them today, but what about tomorrow? If you joined the American Express Charge Against Hunger over the last 2 years, these are some of the programs you've helped make possible and some of the lives you've helped make better. But the fight isn't over. Every time you use your American Express card, we'll give to Share Our Strength, a leading anti-hunger group. So use the card, because now through December 31st, the Charge Against Hunger is on again.
Take the time up to love someone. Reach your arms out and help someone.
Domino's presents Gus's Guide to the Game.
Today's lesson, picking a winner. Big game today, Howie. Who do you like?
I gotta go with Buffalo.
Buffalo!
Domino's Buffalo wings.
You can't go wrong with these guys.
Allow me another pick.
Certainly, Howie, my man.
Buffalo wings.
Want to win the ultimate pregame party weekend in New York? Send us a video of your pregame rituals. We'll judge them, and you might. Call 1-800-391-3993 for contest details.
The NFL on NBC is brought to you by Domino's Pizza. Call now and have Domino's deliver the ultimate deep dish pizza. Because when it's gotta be deep, it's gotta be Domino's.
Packed house in the RCA Dome today. 60,272 tickets sold. Not many empty seats. You look at O.J. McDuffie and Gary Clark on the sideline. And the Miami Dolphins have just gotten a touchdown pass from Dan Marino, his third of the day, to bring them to within 29-20. Kickoff by Stoyanovich is taken deep by Aaron Bailey, and Bailey gets out to the 25-yard line. Harbaugh and the Colts come on looking to work the clock a little bit. 2-point conversion, Trump.
If we go back, you're going to see a double blitz. Belzer and Jeff Herrod. There's a good pickup by the fullback that allows Marino to throw this ball, but he really doesn't have a lot of time to even look at who it's going to. Excellent call by Vince Tobin, the defensive coordinator of the Colts. That's the first middle linebacker blitz I've seen all day. It comes at the perfect time.
75-yard drive in 12 plays, took 5 minutes 45 seconds. And after the Colts had fashioned 5 consecutive points off of the safety and the field goal, the Dolphins come back at them with Marino's third touchdown pass. First down here. Colts hoping that Marshall Faulk can get it going in this drive, and they get him cranked up for 4 yards here. Out to the 30. It'll be second down 6. Brian Cox made the tackle.
You're looking at Jim Harbaugh, and in this 1995 season, look at what he's done in the fourth quarter.
7 TDs, no interceptions.
Absolutely remarkable. Rating, that's off the chart. 66% complete, 3 comeback wins.
Highest rated quarterback in the league in passing efficiency, highest rated second half quarterback, highest rated fourth quarter quarterback by a wide margin.
Yeah,
Jim Harbaugh.
And these numbers, he will at least stay on top.
Faulk again. Biggest hole he's gotten all day, and it's off to the races. J.B. Brown finally wraps him up and gets him at the 28-yard line. But Falk, who to that moment had 18 carries for 53 yards, busts one of his bigger runs of the season.
And I saw 2 missed tackles in that one. It ends up being 40 yards, but who missed it the first time? 35 Stewart. He misses the tackle, and then J.B. Brown grabs onto anything he can to get Marshall Faulk down. It ends up being a 40-yard pickup.
And Marshall Faulk gets his first rest from scrimmage of the day as Lamont Warren comes into the game at running back, number 21. They give to Potts, and Potts is dropped. Unable to get started there. Jeff Cross, Brian Cox, Marco Coleman, all there to make the easy hit. Back onto the field comes Faulk. And you can see that he has been turning it up a notch in the last 4 games.
I think those are all outstanding numbers for him. He was so much a part of their offense, but now when they deploy him as a receiver, it adds something to the rest of the offense. And that is probably this season Marshall Faulk's greatest attribute. He's still going to get his 1,000 yards. And you've still got to set your defense to stop him.
Faulk still breathing hard as they set him on a wing to the right. Harbaugh looking his way. Faulk inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Another Colt first down. Hollier made the stop.
And I think I saw Brian Cox miss a tackle. This is just a delay. You've got Marshall Faulk sitting on the flank right here. He just waits for the tight end to clear, finds the open spot, the option. Cox misses the tackle there. That would have been about a 5-yard gain. He keeps going, ends up being a first down pickup.
12-yard gain on Faulk's 5th catch of the day to go with the 93 yards rushing. Again, he comes off for a rest as Warren goes into the game. First down 10 at the 18. Banta in motion, and this is Warren. And on his first carry, Lamont Warren has 5 before Lewis Oliver makes the stop. This is exactly what the Dolphins couldn't afford to do in this drive, give up yardage on the ground.
Absolutely. Just something that's time-consuming, and Lamont Warren is no slouch. I think Lamont Warren is going to turn out to be a heck of a running back, but Oliver-Dottie had hoped that his defense could get the ball back in the hands of the offense quickly. That's not worked.
They're well within Carrie Blanchard's field goal range. And there is a difference between 32-20 and 29-20. This time Faulk is hunted down immediately by Chuck Klingbeil, who beat the center to come across. Coming up next on most of these NBC stations, Game 2 of our NFL doubleheader. You got to stay with us. Most of you seeing a classic rivalry as Neil O'Donnell and the now first-place Steelers make what could be their last visit to Cleveland's Dog Pound, which has haunted them for years, although recently they've had the Browns' number, and it's hard to imagine how the Browns can mount too many more spirited efforts in this season under their present circumstances.
I think the owner gave up on them, moved them out of town. They don't win another game. It should not be shocking to anyone.
Then he didn't give up. Third down. Harbaugh on a quarterback draw has the first down. Huge call for Infante and the Colts.
What a game plan today. I mean, you got to give Lindy Infante credit. He's had him spread all over the field. You see Marshall Faulk even gives him a lead block a little bit. Harbaugh limping slightly, but what a weapon he's been. Every single run he's had today, Jim, has been an absolute key drive continuer.
And that was a 9-yard gain on third down 5 that has given the Colts first and goal at the 6. And Faulk takes it to the 3.
I think it's unusual, but generally after a game that you win, captains give out game balls. I would think Lindy Infante, the offensive coordinator, gets a game ball today.
This has been a clinic.
Absolutely. He has never allowed the Miami Dolphins to really get a handle on what's about to happen next. Through formation, motion, different personnel. Tom Oliver-Dottie, as he told me before the game, he said, I hate playing this offense. And everything he told me before the game came true.
And Jim Harbaugh has found his ideal offense and his ideal offensive coordinator.
Perfect fit.
Second down goal. Football just inside the 3. Fake the Falk. Potts in the flat. Harbaugh doesn't like it. He'll throw it out of the end zone.
The thing about Harbaugh, when you talk to him about Lindy and Fonte and the effect that he's had on him, he's taught him so many things about being a quarterback that Jim Harbaugh had never heard from another coach. He's at Michigan as a college kid. Not a very sophisticated offense. He goes to Chicago. Greg Landry and Mike Ditka, that's an excellent combination, but neither really pays attention to the details of the quarterback. Comes here in Fonte, fixes small things, and it turns out to be a Pro Bowl quarterback.
Falk on third down, has a seam, is just short of the goal line.
Hey, 3 points is as good as 6 here.
That was the 10th play of the drive. Even if the Colts have to settle for a field goal, they have taken vital time off the clock.
Yeah, Lindy's already, they're going to take, let the 2-minute warning, they'll decide in a little while.
2 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the game. Indianapolis makes its mind up. We'll be back.
Hertz is giving away double frequent flyer miles? Exactly. Let me get this straight. You got this great car from Hertz and double frequent flyer miles. Exactly. You're not going to stop that, are you?
You mean our Hertz car for the weekend is only $25 a day?
Exactly.
With free unlimited mileage and Hertz service?
Exactly.
What else could we ask for?
Some marshmallows? Hertz, only $25 a day. Marshmallows not included.
We're all in search of answers. See us for the ones about cars.
Do whatever it takes to get to Subway. For an 8th.
Oh, man.
Well, we just had an injury timeout. The Colts go to the line of scrimmage, and then I think the Colts call a timeout. No, it goes to the 2-minute warning. That's what the clock started again. It goes back to the 2-minute warning. Now the Colts have some time to really think about this.
All right, there's the man who was hurt, J.B. Brown. He was hurt making the tackle on Falk as Falk came down inside the 1-yard line. The Colts have taken 6 minutes, 51 seconds off the clock in this drive following the Marino touchdown pass that narrowed the margin to 29-20. And we're going to go away just briefly. We'll bring you back in a moment for the climax of this drive.
Dad?
Yeah?
There's something I want to tell you.
What is it, son?
Well, Dad, you're my dad. And I love you, man.
You're not getting my Bud Light, Johnny.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Ray, forget it, Johnny.
Let me see. Cinnamon, nutmeg, and...
Oh, I'll just spread it out for you.
Why don't you just fax it to me?
The compact Presario. Has it changed your life yet?
Emma, seems like we've known each other forever.
Yeah, I know. 2 weeks.
Will you marry me? 'Cause Emma, I love you, man.
Oh, Johnny, you're not getting my Bud Light.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down,
Johnny?
make it a Bud Light.
Jane?
It's Joan.
Jane, Joan, whatever. I feel like I've known you forever.
Hey, there are more presents to open.
Okay, Dad.
The compact Presario. Has it changed your life yet?
So we bring you back to the RCA Dome, and shockingly to Bob Trumpy and me, the Colts are going to go for a touchdown here on 4th down, less than a yard.
Looked to me like the defense jumped off sides.
No play, encroachment, 90 defense. Half the distance to the goal line, 4th down.
Well, half the distance to the goal line will be about 1.5 inches. But what do you make of the Colts going for a touchdown here?
Two ways to look at it. Brian Cox is down on the field. Actually, there are two players, one from the Colts and one from the Dolphins down on the field. They hit head-to-head.
Roosevelt Potts is the Colt who's down.
Two ways to look at this. One, in the tiebreaker system, points scored is a consideration. But I think this is laying it on the Miami Dolphins, because to win this game, 3 points is just as good as 6.
If the Colts can win, Ted Marchibroda will even his career ledger against Don Shula at 9 wins apiece. Only one of the 131 NFL coaches who've gone against Shula has won more games against the great man than has Marchibroda.
I bet that's Mark Levy. Is that
no
right?
doggone good and well, it's Mark Levy. He's won 13 out of 19 against Shula. Meanwhile, comeback in Buffalo, where the New England Patriots have come from down 25-13 and now lead 28-25 with 1:23 to go. That's good news for both of these teams if New England holds on. Here's how the injury occurred.
I can't really see. There's Cox hitting Falk, and Roosevelt Potts is already on the ground. Looks like it's Brian Cox's leg.
And all this took place on a play that had already been blown dead.
Yeah. It is dangerous out there.
All right, so the injury situation is momentarily cleared up as Potts goes to the sideline and Cox comes off for Miami.
Yeah, now he's replaced by Zach Crockett, number 32.
Is Potts, and Dwayne Dotson, number 59, comes on to replace Brian Cox. This is the 19th time this year that the Colts have gone for the yardage on 4th down. They've converted 11 of the previous 18. If they do get the touchdown, it's a game clincher.
Absolutely. Actually, I repeat, the field goal is a game clincher in my estimation. Lead by 5. The Dolphins need 2 scores inside 2 minutes with Dolphins still have all 3 of their timeouts left.
11th play of the drive coming. Clutch drive for the Colts following Marino's 3rd touchdown pass of the game, 345th of his career. Jim Harbaugh and the Colts trying to get to 7 wins, 5 losses. Ball's knocked loose, but after the touchdown had been ruled. This is a touchdown for Indianapolis, not for Louis Oliver and the Dolphins. Harbaugh broke the plane of the goal line. Various hands went in the air among the striped shirts. Then the ball was punched loose.
We're just off the goal line. No question it breaks the goal line there. The ball is popped out of his hands by Dwayne Dotson, picked up by Louis Oliver, but the touchdown had already been signaled. I don't know how you defense that. I mean, geez, if you got a 6'8" quarterback. And Tom Olivadotti, no, you can't give that to him. But the ball broke the plane of the goal line, no question about that.
It becomes an 11-play, 75-yard drive, a 1-yard touchdown run for Harbaugh. They took 6 minutes, 53 seconds off the clock. They've stretched the lead to 35-20, and Miami's situation is
terminal.
Dark.
That's terminal. So what do you write this week?
PAT kick was good. Goes to 36-20. And now they sort out whatever flags will attend the latest fight after the conclusion of the play.
Number 83 unnecessary roughness.
Unnecessary roughness
on the
against
kicking
Banta.
team. That foul will offset the unsportsmanlike conduct foul against 51. The kickoff will be from the 30-yard line.
So no harm, no foul on those two penalties. We'll be back.
They may try to tell you one size fits all.
Perfect fit.
But long-distance plans that charge you one price per minute don't always save your business money over AT&T.
Love it.
In fact, this call comparison proves that you don't always save with other carriers. No matter what they offer you. Only AT&T guarantees a competitive price. Call 1-800-COMPARE. If you don't agree, we'll give you 1 month's worth of long distance, up to $500.
Perfect.
Today you can't count on much, but you can count on AT&T for the life of your business.
Imagine a satellite system that received transmissions from 22,000 miles in space. Imagine if it turned digital signals into vivid pictures and CD-quality sound. What would it look like? How big would it be? Oh, about 18 inches. The RCA Digital Satellite System. Customized programming and the power of digital technology. Now in a convenient take-home size.
If you can't wait till the big day to peel off the wrapping, McDonald's has some appealing news. We're going to give you a break. The Monopoly game is back for the holidays, bigger and better, with over 100 million prizes. Buy one of these food favorites and get 2 chances to win. Collect and win, or win instantly. You could win $1 million. A Dodge Viper. Fabulous food prizes. Sound appealing? Then get to Mickey D's before the holiday Monopoly game is gone.
Have you had your break today?
Greg Gumbel in New York. Big turnaround in Buffalo. Drew Bledsoe to Ben Coates for the 3rd time today. Makes it a 28-25 lead. And then Jim Kelly. His arm hit. Chris Slade returns 35 yards. Was less than a minute to go to wrap it up. Buffalo about to suffer its first loss in 6 home games. It's 35-25. Back to Indianapolis. Here's Jim.
New life for those teams in the AFC East pursuing the Bills. Miami would love to think it is one of them, but Dolphin troubles continue here. They've given up 80 points in 5 days. Gardaki's kickoff taken by Randall Hill. Hill gets it back to the 30. Marino and company will start from there in a moment.
We're all in search of answers. See us for the ones about cars.
Do whatever it takes to get to Subway. For an Ace Ventura meal deal featuring a hot and delicious 6-inch Subway melt sub. You'll get an Ace Ventura Collector's Cup and valuable coupons, but only while supplies last.
Subway, what a sandwich.
There are 2 kinds of people in the world.
Back in the RCA Dome, Dan Marino on 1st down. Flags down as Marino gets it to Terry Kirby, and Kirby goes out to the 45-yard line. Trev Alberts making the stop for the Colts, holding against Miami. And the darkest hour of the Miami Dolphins under Don Shula continues.
Offense, 10 yards, 1st down.
11th Miami penalty. 101 yards of penalties against the Dolphins. Billy Milner. They just announced the final score. Patriots beating Buffalo in Buffalo.
Yeah, well, that even gives life to the Miami Dolphins, not just the Indianapolis Colts. Colts will go to 7-5. Dolphins 6-6. So everybody's still in it in the AFC East, except for the Jets.
Who would have thought, though? Who would have thought that in this week of the NFL season, with the roster they so carefully put together before the beginning of the season, that the Dolphins would be worrying about whether the Seahawks win this weekend?
Yes, you're absolutely right. And to consider after a 4-0 start, and it looked like this was going to be a glorious season of record-breaking performance by Dan Marino and everything else, that in their last 8 games, they're 2-6.
2nd down, 8 after the completion for 12 yards to McDuffie. Number 80 is Irving Fryer, and another flag is down as Fryer steps out of bounds to stop the clock.
Offensive pass interference, number 81. 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Called goes against McDuffie. It'll peel off some of the Miami yardage again, and this shows the standings. If you figure an Indianapolis win, a Miami loss, and adding Buffalo's loss to New England, you can see how that tightens the division.
This is absolutely. I think I'm as shocked that Buffalo is at 8-4 as I am that Miami's going to be 6-6. Unless somebody out there has got a wooden stake, the Buffalo Bills are not going away.
Schedule advantage on paper to Indianapolis. In this league, you shouldn't pay attention to that kind of stuff. Whatever shouldn't happen will happen. Marino complete down the middle to McDuffie. It was McDuffie's offensive interference penalty that brought the football back. Damon Watts in the game, number 36, makes the stop for the Colts. 1 minute, 7 seconds remaining. Colts lead 36-20. It'll be 3rd down 5 for the Dolphins when we come back.
There are two kinds of people in the world. Those who say they'll get around to it, and those who actually do. For those who've discovered there's greater satisfaction in putting things up than in putting them off, we present VersaPack from Black & Decker, a rechargeable battery system that powers an entirely new line of cordless tools. From now on, it's how things get done.
This team's got some big problems.
Bring it back to the RCA Dome. The conference on the sideline among Dan Marino, Bernie Kosar, Don Shula. Glum faces on the Miami sideline. Much work to do before this troubled season is over.
And I think, again, you can point the finger at the defense and say they didn't do their job. But what about the offense and the sack in the end zone that resulted in the 2 points? Well, Miami had momentum. Miami couldn't do the job there, and it really changed the momentum of this football game. Colts get 2 points and then a succeeding 3 points from it, and that really put the game out of reach for the Dolphins.
What about 11 penalties for 101 yards? What about their inability to stop Indianapolis's drive when it was most critical with 8:51 to go after narrowing to 29-20? Marino's shovel pass to Kirby. Kirby needs 5 for the first down, has that much. Steps out of bounds to stop the clock as he goes across midfield into Indianapolis territory at the 46-yard line.
You mentioned the points they've allowed in the last 3 weeks, and it's remarkable how many points they've allowed.
34 to the Patriots, 44 to the 49ers, 36 today.
Yeah, but it's also a couple of turnovers, a sack in the end zone. You just can't point the finger at the defense of this football team and say that's its problem. And I think Don Shula does an excellent job of sharing the blame, putting it where it should be, on everyone on the team, not just one side of the football.
Part of the result is that in South Florida, it's coalescing more and more around the previously unassailable Shula. Oh, great play by Daniel. Stops an almost certain touchdown pass to Fryer.
Daniel, you talk about perfect timing. I mean, watch Daniel's hand go up. Marino's looking off the free safety, knows where he's going all the time. Comes back to Fryer, and Daniel just tips the ball away. Beautifully done by Eugene Daniel.
Had one momentary chance to make the play and did it.
But that's really been the theme of the game today for the Colts.
Marino 20 of 32 for 213 yards. His numbers not too dissimilar to those of Monday night against the 49ers. Fryer and Kirby trying to work the old swinging gate, but Daniel was there to stop it.
We called it hook and lateral.
Yep. It's the best play in touch football.
My yard's not big enough for the hook and lateral. We got to go to the wing tee.
Come on, Trump. All these years of being the expert commentator that you've been, and your yard's not big enough.
I have a lot of trees.
You must be salting the money away in some Bahamian bank account. 36-20. Marino is going to get blasted as he releases, and it goes deep into the end zone.
Yeah.
Randall Hill was the supposedly intended receiver. Flag goes down, and I think they're going to say that was unnecessary.
Well, no, I think what Marino saw was a free play.
Offside, 57 defense,
Yeah.
5 yards, first down.
It was a free play, so he's going to try for one shot into the end zone, but Randall Hill got held up.
So let's assume for the moment, Bob, that the Colts are going to take advantage of this little leg up they've given to themselves as you get another look at the beleaguered Olivedati. Suppose the Colts and Ted Marchibroda, going to 7-5, are going to take advantage of this and march on into the playoffs. What chance do they have of going deep into the playoff format?
Well, I think as long as Marshall Faulk is healthy, I think as long as there's decent weather, if Harbaugh's leg gets good and he can run the ball on the scramble, this is not a bad football team. Don't mistake this for a bad football team. This has a quality offensive line. They have decent receivers, not great receivers. They're getting better. They found a tight end, and you've also, every week you have Marshall Faulk.
As good as the offense has been, how good might it have been if they didn't lose Flipper Anderson in the second game after acquiring him from the Rams as a free agent? He had already gone for 2 touchdowns in 6 quarters before he got hurt. You see the remaining schedule for Indianapolis. A lot of people would have said, oh, gee, they get to go to Carolina and Jacksonville. Well, those aren't easy assignments.
They're not easy assignments at all for expansion teams.
Marino flips to Kirby. Kirby inside the 20 to the 19-yard line.
I think the thing about the Colts that you got to like is they believe. They really believe that they can win.
Let's quickly take a look at some of the highlights from today's game. Colts came out, took the opening drive, and scored on that pass from Jim Harbaugh to Sean Dawkins. Harbaugh was 5 of 5 to 5 different receivers in the drive. 7-0 Colts. Bingo. Make it 14-0 Colts on that throw from Harbaugh to Aaron Bailey. Dolphin backs screening each other off away from the ball. Then the third Harbaugh touchdown pass to Marshall Faulk. Add a field goal, it was 24-zip Indianapolis. Just before the first half ended, though, the 5-yard touchdown pass from Marino to Keith Byers was the 343rd of Marino's career, breaking the record he shared with Fran Tarkenton for most touchdown passes in an NFL career. And off of that, Miami seized some momentum, drove with the second half kickoff, got the touchdown pass from Marino to O.J. McDuffie, narrowed the score to 24-14 with the first 2-point conversion in team history. But then the sack by Bennett regained momentum for Indianapolis, stretched the score to 26-14. They took the free kick and moved in for a field goal to make it 29-14. And when Marino threw this touchdown pass to narrow to 29-20, they went for 2, didn't get it, and the Colts drove down the field and scored to make it 36-20. And there's the 4th touchdown pass of the day for Marino as O.J. McDuffie goes into the end zone. It's a 19-yard TD pass. The 4 on the day will look good on Marino's continuing statistical aggregate, and that helps to salve some of McDuffie's hurt feelings from the 3 drops that really cost him Monday night against the 49ers.
You got the prevent defense here. Everyone will concede anything here. Just make sure that no one's behind you. They don't mind the touchdown there. They don't mind it a bit. You'll give up the touchdown. Decent protection. Why now? Why not earlier? Why was it such a struggle? Well, the clock is the ally of the Indianapolis Colts. There's no hurry. They'll allow this.
Narrows the margin to 36-26, and the Dolphins, logically enough, will go to 2 to try to make it 36-28. And they get it on the fade to McDuffie. So there's just a glimmer of hope for the Dolphins now, as with 17 seconds left, they'll try to recover an onside kick and take one more shot at a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Sure, why not? What the heck? It does not alleviate the problems of the Miami Dolphins and how they've played.
Coming up next on most of these NBC stations, game 2 of our NFL doubleheader for the day. Most of you seeing Neil O'Donnell and the Steelers going to Cleveland Stadium to take on the Browns. Check your local listings for the game in your area. You could be getting Denver against Houston. And that's coming up next as this NFL doubleheader continues for the NFL on NBC.
Well, the special teams coach for the Dolphins is Mike Westhoff. There's Ted Marchibroda. He's out there trying to encourage his guys. Now, the hands team's out there. All receivers and some big bodies.
Ted's thinking, well, I think I've seen it all in my 33 years as a National Football League coach, but then again, maybe I haven't seen it all. And maybe I'm about to see something which will make me ill.
Yeah, actually, the onside kick, in my estimation, has the possibility of some of the most amazing things that happen on a football field.
Well, it's certainly one of the most unconventional moments on a field.
Let's see who's over there. Stabline is over there. Buchanan is over there.
Ball goes out of bounds without being touched. It'll be Indianapolis ball.
Wait a minute. I think they have to re-kick it. Did that go 10 yards?
It did go 10.
Out of bounds. The kicking team will kick again.
They will.
5 yards back.
Yeah. Now, the next time it happens, then the offense
then it's
gets
Indianapolis
the ball.
ball. Yep. My fault. So the Dolphins are still alive. No time came off the clock. There are still 17 seconds remaining. 36-28 the score.
Now this ball has to hit the ground. If it doesn't, the receiving team can fair catch it, and the fair catcher is allowed yardage to catch it. So it's got to hit the ground first.
Same play. Dolphins send everybody to the left side of the field. Stoyanovich bounces it. Brian Stabline is the man who's there to cover the football.
Looked like Cal Ripken on this one, Stabline did. He ate this one up.
I got a question, though. Did he allow it to go 10?
Well, that's all right. The offense can, once the ball is kicked, go across the 10-yard barrier. That's okay.
Good play by Stabline then.
Kickers can't touch it until it goes, Ken. Receivers can touch it anytime they want.
Stabline, yet another receiver out of Ohio State, like Joey Galloway and Chris Sanders. Stabline left before they did, but Tom Olivadotti.
Yeah, he's under siege.
Maybe the day's most dispirited loser as the Colts start the clock in motion and celebrate a third consecutive victory over the Dolphins going back to last year. It's the first time since '88 they've been able to fashion 3 consecutive wins over Miami. Dan Marino broke an NFL record for touchdown passes today, and he'll get no joy out of it. Once again, the final score, Colts 36, Miami 28. Coming up next, game 2 of our doubleheader. Most of you see Pittsburgh